At this time, we call your attention to the winner's circle. Presenting the colors for this year's 2026 Adios Day, the Pennsylvania State Mounted Police Tactical Division. In the winner's circle at this time, to sing "O Canada," Ryan Zidek.
Oh, Canada, my home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons' command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north and the free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
And now, in the winner's circle, singing our national anthem, our revenue audit manager here at Hollywood Casino at the Meadows, Christina Weichel. Our interpreter is our cage manager, Christy Fabiano.
Test, 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 test.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home
2026 here at the Meadows. It's the day we wait for every year. Our best racing card of the season, our biggest race of the season, along with plenty of other Grand Circuit stakes. But today is the 60th edition of the Grade 1 Delvin Miller, the Adios Pace for the Orchids, presented by First Bet. I'm Jeff Zidek, your track announcer. Joining me, as he has for the past few years for Adios Day, from In the Money Media, Mike Probosi. And Mike, I know you're a native of this area, and this has always been, you've traveled everywhere for big races, but this has kind of always been a special day for you.
Yeah, this is home for me. 30 years coming to the Adios, and every year I get extremely excited. Love being a part of this broadcast, but I would be here anyway, Jeff.
Well, you and I were talking earlier, and you're having a hard time with something today with our card because you're seeing a lot of favorites, which...
Yeah.
You know what happens when you see a lot of favorites on the paper. It doesn't translate that way on the racetrack sometimes. So it's going to be an interesting day for the handicappers, but we do have a lot of guaranteed pools to kind of add some interest today.
Yeah, lots of guaranteed pools, and jump into that Express Bet contest. A big seeded contest for Express Bet today, $5,000. So if you're an Express Bet customer, jump in on that. That is a great opportunity.
Big opportunity there. And if you're not an Express Bet customer, you have time to get in and get involved in today's contest. Just check out expressbet.com. Express Bet, First Bet, they're partners, and Express Bet, First Bet, they are the major sponsor today for our Grade 1 Delvin Miller Adios Pace for the Orchids. We're not alone today on the broadcast. Let's go down to the winner's circle to find the other half of our broadcast team today. Ashley Wood from the Pennsylvania Horse Racing Association and Kevin Plaucha from Nahu Picks and In the Money Media. Ashley and Kevin, how are you?
We are doing good, guys. We're so happy to be here. Thanks for having me back and joined by Kevin. We had our podcast yesterday and had a great time.
Yeah, I didn't know they were going to throw it to us already, but good morning, guys. Lots of guaranteed pools to jump into, that Express Bet contest. I know I'll be participating, and yeah, it's hopefully going to have some good weather here today, and I know we're going to have a lot of great racing action, so excited for it.
What's going on outside down in the winner's circle, and we'll see Kevin and Ashley throughout the day today. So I was just handed some late information here on the first race. Apparently travel issues continue, so Yannick Gingras and Tim Tetrick will not be here for race 1. So as of this moment, and we'll get this information to you as quickly as we can, in the first race, number 1 Kurt, driver change to be announced. Number 3, Fast Getaway, driver change to be announced. So the 1 and 3, no Yannick Gingras, no Tim Tetrick for race 1 today. They are on their way, but held up a little bit. And the only other change we have on our entire card today is also in the first. That's the 2 Poppy Joe. That one should be listed as a gelding. So a couple of driver changes. Again, we'll get those to you as quickly as we can. Well, we've got a lot of races today that could be considered the feature races, but there's only one Adios. It is the 2026 Adios. There is your field. Another C-note. Frantic Hanover, Odds on Mr. Mamba, Al Poppy, Lua Deepa, Sweet Lovin' Lou, Treacherous Lou, Toast of the Town, and Malillo. It is a very strong field of 3-year-olds. Every year, Mike, we say it's a strong field of 3-year-old colts. We can't say that this year.
Yeah, there's a filly involved also, Lua Deepa, who has been dominant in her division. They tried the boys. The elimination, I'm sure, didn't go as planned, but she has possibilities to bounce back. We know how fast she is.
Well, right now, let's take a look at the elimination races. We're going to watch them from the half-mile home. That first elimination, Odds on Mr. Mama, the Melanie Wren trainee, James McDonald put that one right on the point early and went the distance. Odds on Mr. Mamba, let's take a look at his win in his Adios elimination last week. Porter. They'll go past the paddock and straighten out down the backstretch in this first Adios elimination. Odds on Mr. Mamba strides out by a length and 3/4. Lua Deepa keeping pace in second. That's Frantic Hanover in third. Fourth, staying to the inside is Treacherous Lou. Another C-note makes the move to the outside fifth. Followed to the outside by Apocalypse Blue Chip. Stingman trails to the inside. Over to the 3/4. Odds on Mr. Mamba's there. 122 and 1/5. Reasonable fractions here, but Lua Deepa, here she comes to the outside to try to get to Odds on Mr. Mamba. Frantic Hanover sneaks up the inside. He's got some pace left. Another C-note, fourth, top of the stretch. They turn for home. Odds on Mr. Mamba with a front. Frantic Hanover's got pace to the inside. Lua Deepa on the outside, but through the stretch, it's Odds on Mr. Mamba. He'll go wire to wire. The mile 1, 49 and 3. So that was your first Adios elimination last week. We're going to get you to that second one in a moment, but we want to get this information to you as quickly as possible. So these driver changes are just in. In the first race, number 1, Kurt. Make the driver Dave Pallone. Dave Pallone is going to drive number 1, Kurt, in race number 1. Also in that first race, number 3, Fast Getaway. Make the driver Mike Wilder. Mike Wilder will be driving number 3, Fast Getaway, in race number 1. So note those late changes in our first race. Yannick Gingras and Tim Tetrick are on their way, but they cannot make it here in time for race number 1, necessitating those changes. Now back to that Adios. We got to see odds on Mr. Mambo win his division, but Al Poppy was the one everybody was talking about at the end of that second elimination last week. A major, major effort, Mike.
Yeah, wicked fast there for that elimination. He's rounding into form now. He was second, just missed in that Meadowlands pace. 47-2 here at the Meadows. Can he repeat that, though? That was his first win this year, and he's going to be the favorite now. So I'd be curious to see if he can do it again.
Well, let's take a look at that win last week in the Adios elimination by Al Poppy. Due to catch the front-running no wait list, who cuts the half in 54 1/5. It's a 28-3 second quarter. A little bit of a breather there for no wait list. Leads him down the back stretch. Melillo is second. Al Poppy takes to the outside from third. Now second. He's rolling on to the front. Al Poppy with a big move. Sweeps right on by. Brings Sweet Lovin' Lou along on the outside. Racing to the inside. No wait list is back to third. Melillo gets underway to the outside fourth. Moving fifth. Here comes Toast to the Town. They're by 3/4. 1:20. 3/5, snaps off at 26 2 third quarter, and Al Poppy has command. Sweet Lovin' Lou's closing some ground second. Melillo is third. Toast to the Town fourth, trying to make up some ground fifth. Here comes Easy Breeze, top of the stretch. They turn for home. Al Poppy and Gingras are in command. Closing to the inside is Melillo. Sweet Lovin' Lou on the outside, but it's all Al Poppy in 1:47 2/5. Was the second fastest mile in the history of the Meadows. We've been here over 63 years, and that was the second quickest mile ever. What can he do for an encore? We'll find out in our 16th race, the Adios, today. Let's take a quick run through the handicapping numbers. We've got about 15 minutes or so till that first race comes up. In the first race, again, you see those driver changes. The 1, Kurt, it's Dave Pallone. The 3, Fast Getaway, Mike Wilder. Pennsylvania Stallion Series, Colton Gelding Pacers. Morning line goes to the 4, Tom Collins. I've got Tom Collins as well. I'm at 4-6-3-1.
4-6-3-1, identical numbers. Tom Collins, better spot for this one.
Second race today, our open handicap pace for a purse of $25,000. These are some top older horses racing. This should be a very quick mile here. Morning line to the 7, Women Layer. I'm taking the 4, Surreal Ideal. He is not at his best right now off that 5th place effort last week at Scioto, but he always does well here. I'm at 4-7-8-1, going for a slight upset.
8-7-4-1 for me, Jeff. Birthday, one of my favorite horses. He is razor sharp right now.
And you see, by the way, Kevin Plaucha, who'll be offering his thoughts on today's card. You will see his selections on the screen as we move through this portion of the show. Third race, our first Grand Circuit stake of the day. It's the James Mandarino Arden Downs 3-year-old colt trot, just one single division, 32,000 plus on the line. Morning line to the 5, Hamlet Hall. The Norm Parker trainee has been racing well. I've got to take him to win at 5-4-7-3 for me.
5-7-4-3. Hamlet Hall gets away from Apex and Endurance. That will serve him very well here.
Fourth race, conditioned Pacers, upper level, 14,000 the purse. First Lasix for the 3, Easy Breeze, who was in that Adios elim last week. Morning line to the 5, Stingman. He was also in the Adios eliminations last week, but I'm taking an older one, not an older one, but a horse that's been racing against older horses, and that's the 1, Dancing Stranger. Those last couple starts were against some tough fields at Scioto. I'm at 1-5-3-2.
5-1-3-4 for me. I can see Dancing Stranger, but I think that Stingman, 49-3 mile 2 back would win this race.
Fifth race, first division of the Albatross. Pennsylvania Sire, 2-year-old Colt Pace. Starts one of our guaranteed pools, a $10,000 pick 4 pool, 45,000 plus on the line. Morning line to the 6, Mascarpone. Mascarpone, James McDonald for Ian Moore. 51-1. This one paced last time at Mohawk.
Yeah, Dr. Moore comes to play. 6'2", a 5'7". This one looks way too fast for these ones.
Race 6 on our 16 race card, another division of the Pennsylvania Stallion Series, Colt Pacers for 20,000. First Lasix for the 4, Nice and Hungry. Morning line to the 7, Sassinator. I'm going to take that one to win. Jim King and Tim Tetrick. Tim owns part of this one. They always team up with some very good horses, and this one's undefeated. 7-2-1-4.
7-1-2-3 for me. I agree. Tim Tetrick with this barn. I don't think Sassinator will lose here.
7th race, second division, the Albatross. This is a good field. Morning line to the 3 Starstruck Dreamer, who paced home in 25-4 in his career debut. But Atomics Hanover picking up James McDonald again this week. This horse has been flawless so far. He's 3 for 3 and has shown high speed. But watch out for Easty Boy, the brother to Blueprint. He's got the tougher post though. 1627.
6123 for me. I'll try Easty Boy. Hopefully that Blueprint aura rubs off on Easty Boy. I think he'll be a better price.
8th race this afternoon features a $10,000 guaranteed Pentafecta pool. Upper level condition pacers for $10,000. Morning line to the 5 Buckeye Bollinger. I like the 2 Sometime Somewhere in for Mohawk. First start for the Presto Barn. 2789.
2569 for me. Agree on Sometime Somewhere. Fresh Presto, inside post. He's coming for speed here.
Race 9 today, Pennsylvania Stallion Series starting a $20,000 guaranteed pick 4 pool. Morning line to the 5 All Night Kid. I like the 1 Complete Unknown, James McDonald for Tim Twaddle.
1, 2, 3, 7. Agree on Complete Unknown. Inside post, I expect him to be forward again.
10th race, final division of the PA Stallion Series, $20,000 the purse. Morning line to the 1 Sting Blue Chip. Brian Brown and Tim Tetrick teaming up. I like that one. I'm at 1645.
Same numbers, 1645. Look at that line. 15 lengths back and ended up first on the wire in a quick mile. So the one's going to be tough.
Yeah, 54 and change final half last week. Albatross 3rd Division is race 11 on our program today. Pennsylvania Sire Stake event. Morning line to the 3 Shalom Hanover. Louis Rock coming in to drive 1 horse. I gotta go there. This horse paced at 50 4/5 in the career debut. What can he do for an encore?
Yeah, 3, 2, 4, 1 for me. Agree. I mean, that's just too fast. He's going to be a very, very short price.
Race 12 today starts the $10,000 guaranteed pick 5, the Adios pick 5. It's the lone division of the Dwayne Parker Arden Downs 3-year-old filly trot going for more than $30,000 in purse money. Morning line to the 7 Chestnut Kelly out of the Scott D. Domenico barn. I like the 5 Intisar Mill. Vernon Beachy's record here at the Meadows this year is amazing. He just is really hard to beat, and I got to go to Intisar Mill.
It's a wide open race. 4, 6, 7, 1. Skyline, a Salty Girl. You get Dexter Dunn, and this one has been very consistent and coming on late in miles.
Let's go to the 13th race. Starts that Adios pick 4 with a $20,000 guaranteed pool. And this is the Mary Lib Miller, Arden Downs 2-year-old filly pace, 31,000 plus. Morning line to the 3 Gold Impact. She has been looking pretty good for the Altmaier barn. Got a little rough. You see that RG, that's a new notation in the program, the RG 2-back rough gated. So she was unable to win here in her start on July 3rd, but they bounced her right back and she got a victory. 52-3 at Pocono last start. I'm at 3-1-2-6.
3-5-8-1. You got 23-1 last time on Gold Impact. You might get 2-5 this week.
14th race. It's the first of 2 divisions of the Grade 3 Mickey Burke Adio Volo. 64,000 on the line. It starts a $10,000 guaranteed pick 3, and this is a $3 pick 3. There is no show wagering in the 14th today for one good reason, and that's the 6 Miss Jum Jabber, the only filly to beat Luadipa this year. 6-2-4-8.
6-2-5-8 for me. This is a good matchup though. Miss Jum Jabber, Topville Lucky, both going extremely well. It's going to be between them.
15th race, second division of the Mickey Burke Adio Volo starts the late double. The 6 Be Perfect BG was supplemented to the race for $7,500, and they did that for a reason. She's here to win. I'm at 6-2-5-3.
Can the tote board go any lower than 1-9 on this one, Jeff? Be Perfect BG 6-5-2-8.
And finally, the Adios. Race 16, it's the 60th edition of the Grade 1 Delvin Miller Adios. The purse, $420,500. Odds on Mr. Mamba paid $35,000 to get into the eliminations last week as a supplement. Morning line to the 4 Al Poppy. I've got to take Al Poppy, but I just go back. Every time I look at this race, I keep going back to Frantic Hanover. 1 year ago at this time, he was the best 2-year-old in the sport, in my opinion. He won his first 7 races, but he hasn't won since then. But Al Poppy hadn't won until last week. Frantic Hanover had late pace coming at odds on Mr. Mamba. I've got him second. Malillo, the post hurts, but I think he can overcome it. 4-2-9. I'm going to take heat for putting odds on Mr. Mamba fourth. 4-2-9-3 and the 6 Sweet Love and Loop. But really, I could see a lot of different horses winning this race.
This is a great Adios. There is a number of different scenarios. Many horses can win this race. I put odds on Mr. Mamba on top. He was the top colt in the sport. I mean, he won the North America Cup and won it very well. had a little time to bounce back. They got him qualified. The elimination he controlled. I do think with this post, he's going to win this race, and you're going to get a fair enough price with the Burke horses taking money. So 3, 6, 4, 2, and 5.
Those are the handicapping numbers for today's 16 race card. We're down to 9 minutes for the first. Track is fast. Temperature 76 degrees. It's overcast, which actually is going to be pretty nice to be sitting outside today. Fast and 76. Those are the only changes for the entire day. They're all in the first race. Number 1, Kurt. Driver change to Dave Pallone. The 2, Poppy Joe, should be listed as a gelding. And the 3, Fast Getaway, make the driver Mike Wilder because it was not a fast arrival today for Yannick and Tim, as they're running a little bit late with some travel issues. They will get here hopefully in time for their first drives after these ones. So the first race, Dave Pallone on the 1, Kurt. 3, Fast Getaway, Mike Wilder. Now, if you're here on track, we want to point out we have our special commemorative program. The program today has a price of $5, but with that, you get, Mike is showing it here. There we go. We get that show that now too. You get a free T-shirt. So if you purchase your commemorative Adios program today for $5, you will get your T-shirt until they run out. We've got a supply of those downstairs. I know they've been quite popular. I've been seeing them out on the apron level already.
No hats this year.
No, we went to the T-shirts instead.
I see.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. We've got 7 minutes on the board, 7 till post for our first race of the day, 4 to 5. On the 4, Tom Collins. We're going to start the card with a guaranteed pool in this pick 5. Now, it was originally listed as a $5,000 guaranteed pool. However, they did not hit the pick 5 last night. And so the race 1, pick 5, is now guaranteed to $7,500. We have a carryover of $1,144. And so we are guaranteeing this early pick 5 pool now up to $7,500. So please note that little program update in your favor, as the gambler says. You've got a now $7,500 guaranteed pool in this pick 5, which includes an $1,144 carryover from last night. Post time for the first is in 7 minutes. Mike and I are going to get out of here and get over to the other set to get ready for the first race. So right now, let's send it down to the winner's circle to talk a little bit more about this opener today. Let's go down to Ashley and Kevin.
Thank you, Jeff. 6 minutes till post here for this first of 16 on a marathon Adios day, which it usually is. $7,500 guaranteed in that pick 5 pool to kick off the card with $1,144 already seated. Ashley, I've been blabbering already for way too long. We've got 6 horses here and a 4 to 5 favorite in Tom Collins, Ren for Burke. Likely a combo that we're going to see a lot of this afternoon.
Definitely, and I have to have the 4 on top for me with Tom Collins for my first race, and then I'm going with the 6 PA Lincoln, and then 3 Fast Getaway. I think that we're going to see Tom Collins sit the pocket trip, and then we'll see PA Lincoln run down that speed late. And I have also a little bit of a value. I like Poppy Joe a little bit. I think that Presto and the bike, we could actually see a little bit of a flyer coming down the stretch. So I wouldn't discount that one for a nice little payout.
Yeah, he's a bit of an unknown just because we haven't seen him yet. Obviously, a couple unknowns here. Kurt only raced at the fairs. Poppy Joe hasn't raced yet and coming off that sickness scratch. I think Ren's going full blast with Tom Collins and is going to get to the lead. I'm at 6-4-3-2, hoping that J-Mac gets aggressive with PA Lincoln and potentially sits a pocket behind Tom Collins and gets out late. He paced a good mile last time, 56-3 home in 28 against Loud Luxury and Hard 4, who I thought were pretty good colts off the rip in their own right. So I'll try PA Lincoln at a bit of a price right now, 4-1. Tons going on here this afternoon. This is just the start of a marathon day with over 6 figures in guaranteed pools. I think it was originally at 100,000 on the nose. Now it's 102,500 with the additional guaranteed money in the pick 5 here. So get involved in that Express Bet contest, and best of luck to everybody this afternoon.
Thank you, Ashley and Kevin. Once again, this opener today has a $7,500 guaranteed pool in the pick 5. So if you're just tuning in, we have late driver changes just in this first race. Number 1, Kurt, it's going to be Dave Pallone. Dave Pallone's driving the 1, Kurt. Number 3, Fast Getaway, it's going to be Mike Wilder. Mike Wilder's driving the 3, Fast Getaway. Please note that the 2, Poppy Joe, is now a gelding. Pennsylvania Stallion Series 2-year-old colt and gelding pacers in the opener, and I am sure that you, Mike Probozzi, are curious as to what the stakes record is for this PA Stallion Series. I know you're anxious to find out. It is 152. 152 flat. It was set originally in, well, this is one of our older records, 2013. Jack Attack and Dave Pallone, and then it was equaled in 2019 by Captain Groovy and Mark McDonald. 152 flat is the stakes record for the PA Stallion Series. So we'll see if they can eclipse that today. I think the Sire Stakes could have a chance to do that today. The Sire Stake record is 150 and 3/5, Fear the Dragon. So we'll see if they can get to that one a little later on. We got Pennsylvania Sire Stake action. We've got Grand Circuit Stakes. And, of course, we've got the Grade 3 Adiovolo, the Grade 1 Delvin Miller Adios Pace for the Orchids. It is a big day here at Hollywood Casino at the Meadows. We're down to 3 minutes. Let's talk about this first race, Pennsylvania Stallion Series, first of 4 divisions. It's a field of 6. Morning line goes to the 4 Tom Collins off a 4th place effort at Pocono in a 2-year-old event. Was not a stake. Paced 54 and 3 and 54 and 4 in the 2 official starts for the Burke Barn, coming here to the Meadows for the first time. I'm going to try this 4 Tom Collins over the 6 PA Lincoln. Brian Brown usually does well in these 2-year-old stakes here. The 3 Fast Getaway and the 1 Kurt, who has been, this is an interesting one. You've got a horse that is 3 for 3, but they've all been on the PA Fair circuit. You see those times, they're really hard to equate. He shows a 2:01 win at Dayton, Pennsylvania. How fast that is here at the Meadows is tough to gauge. You know, he did qualify here in 58 and 3, but now he's got 3 wins under his belt. This first race is brought to us by Boehringer Ingelheim. Boehringer Ingelheim, our sponsor of today's first race. We'd like to thank them and all of our sponsors here this weekend. So, Mike Probozzi, I think one of the challenges to this race is trying to figure out how to use the 1 who's coming in from the fair circuit.
These fair horses at times can really become very sharp, and 3 straight wins, that's nothing to really look past here. I mean, he's in competitive races. He's obviously finishing first in those. Now, how will that equate? He's obviously going to have to drop time here, but I do think that these horses sometimes can be a little sneaky, and then you show up on a big day for a big purse, and these trainers have these horses ready to go, but they always are typically higher on the board. So right now you got 6-1. There's money coming for this horse.
And we are down to 1 minute, 1 on the board for our first of the card. There you see Kevin's picks. He's got the 6 PA Lincoln, 6, 4, 3, and a 2. Get your plays in for this first race. Once again, this is the start of a pick 5. 7,500 guaranteed in the pool for this pick 5 today as they are stepping onto the track. Horses are coming onto the track for the first race. Pennsylvania Stallion Series, Colt and Gelding Pacers is the first of 4 divisions. Our purse is $20,000. This rate starts the early pick 5 with a guaranteed pool of $7,500. Number 1 is Kurt, owned by Stephen Broku. Bill Doherty is the trainer. Driver change, Dave Pallone. Number 2, Poppy Joe, owned by Tom and Joe Mucci. Brandon Presto trains. Driver, Justin Irvine. Number 3 is Fast Getaway, owned by Todd and Cody Shadle. Todd Shadle is the trainer. Driver change to Mike Wilder. Number 4, Tom Collins, owned by the Burke Racing Stable. Larry Carr, Knox Services, and Brad Grant. Ron Burke trains. Driver is Ronnie Wren. Number 5 is Noah's Redemption, owned by the Stratton Stable Incorporated. Victoria Stratton trains. Driver is Corey Stratton. Number 6, PA Lincoln, owned by Kirk Nichols, Hutchison Harness, Wayne Mast, and Vincent Urcioli. Brian Brown trains. Driver is James McDonald. That is your field for today's opener. This kicks off the early pick 5. We've guaranteed the pool to $7,500. There is a carryover of $1,144. Wager now. Race 1. So this is where it all starts for the day. First of 16 here at Hollywood Casino at the Meadows. And, well, that pick 5 guarantee, we've already well surpassed that. So
Yeah.
off to a good start.
Yeah, up to 10,000 already. Plus you have the dead money and the carryover. So that's a great start to the multis here. And hopefully these guarantees will attract plenty of money today. This is an interesting race here with these 2-year-olds. And Tom Collins, he's just run into some fast miles at Pocono. Shows up here for Burke. You get a new pilot, perfect post. I do expect this horse to be a little more forward in this race, and you can see 6-5 on the board, so plenty of money coming for that one. Brian Brown has the 6 PA Lincoln, and that one was bet to 2-1 first time out, but that was a stakes race. This horse didn't do much in that spot. Ended up 6th, beaten 7 lengths. Maybe just needed the race. The qualifiers looked very good at Delaware and Scioto. So this one could get a little bit of a bounce back. And right now is 3-1 on the board. So another one I probably would use to start that pick 5. I would probably be 4-6 in this first leg.
Horses are scoring down. They are on the track getting ready for our opener today. Track fast. Sun has come out, 76 degrees. Right now, pretty perfect afternoon. A little bit of a breeze earlier. Doesn't seem to be doing much right now. I guess a little bit. I can see the Grand Circuit flags in the stretch are moving a little bit.
Got a big double pull right now to kick off the day, which is rare here at the Meadows. 4,000 already in that early double, Jeff. So if we're going to have double pulls like this, and we have the contest also that we'll probably be touching on as the day goes on, but a lot of contest players like to leverage doubles. That is a big key for a lot of players. So you get these double pulls that have a little bit more money in them, that will be more attractive to some of the contest players.
Well, I'll tell you what, since we have a minute here, let's. I know you're a lot more familiar with that contest. This is a great pool of money for the contest players, but you've got to be an express bet player. So, and everybody does have time to sign up and jump in on this.
Yeah, and if you're not familiar with contests, the Express Bet contest typically would have an entry fee. Well, not this contest. Usually you have to pay money to participate in the contest, which goes towards the prize pool. Well, they've seeded this pool with $5,000 of free money. So that's free money that if you're going to bet anyway, it's a $200 contest on Express Bet, and there's no pick 3s, pick 4s, pick 5s. You have to stay with win, play, show, daily doubles, exactas, and tries, but you're going to be betting the Meadows anyway. Jump into that contest, because if you finish in the top 3, it's $2,500 to win. I believe $1,500 for second and $1,000 for third. And you know, there's tons of thoroughbred contests. We need more harness contests. If you can get a decent amount of participation in this harness contest on this big day at the Meadows, I would expect that some of these companies will start to push some more harness contests. Well, if people are interested in harness contests, get in on this contest, show some participation, show the interest, and then we will get more harness contests. So I highly, highly advocate you jump into the contest at expressbet.com today.
Starting gate is making its way over toward the stretch. We'll be getting a field assembling behind the gate for our first even money on the 4 Tom Collins. I think we'll get a sense early on how this day is going to go for the favorites. It makes you nervous. You look through a card and you see so many horses that just jump out at you that this is a clear winner. This is a clear winner. But you and I are veterans of the racing wars and the mutual window wars. And how many times do you have days where you look at it and say, oh, this is a clear-cut winner, and then that's where you have the $40 horses all day long that win, and the favorites take it on the chin.
Yeah, and they gotta go, and they're in there for a reason. They're gonna race. There's a lot of money on the line today, so everybody wants their piece. What looks obvious on paper might not show up on the racetrack. So, I mean, let's kick it off. I'm excited, Jeff. Here we go. We've got 16 races. Fantastic Adios. Let's go.
Yeah, this is the first of the day. The total purses on the line today, more than $900,000, $20,000 right here with this opener. It's the Pennsylvania Stallion Series, our first stake race of the afternoon. Last call for wagering. Tote board shows number 4, Tom Collins, as the even money favorite. It's post time. And they're off in the opener. It's the 1 Kurt stepping out nicely with the 4 Tom Collins. Between horses, the 3 Fast Getaway. And the 2 Pappy Joe is away 4th. Into the turn 5th, that's Noah's Redemption. And the early trailer is PA Lincoln. Into that first turn and by the 8th pole. Up on the outside, Tom Collins is going to go to the front for Ronnie Wren. Fast Getaway sits 2nd. Racing 3rd is Kurt. Next in 4th, it's Pappy Joe, followed by Noah's Redemption in 5th. And the trailer is PA Lincoln. Stallion Series Colt Pacers around the turn by the quarter in 27 and 2/5 seconds. They come past the stands for the first time. The leader is Tom Collins. Fast Getaway 2nd, then it's Kurt in 3rd. Pappy Joe is 4th, racing 5th. That's Noah's Redemption. And the trailer is PA Lincoln. They move into the turn and head for the halfway point. It's Tom Collins on the engine. Racing 2nd is Fast Getaway. Kurt races in 3rd. Pacing 4th is Pappy Joe. He's going to come to the outside. Racing in 5th is Noah's Redemption. Coming to the outside from the back is PA Lincoln. They have covered the half in 57 and 4 easy. 30 and 2/5 second quarter for Tom Collins. Takes him down the backstretch. Off stride goes the 2 Pappy Joe. The 2 has made a break. Front runner here is Tom Collins. Chasing 2nd is Fast Getaway. Racing 3rd is Kurt. 4th on the outside. Continuing to close. PA Lincoln lost his cover, but he's moving quickly. Racing 5th is Noah's Redemption. And the trailer after the break is Pappy Joe. Over to the 3/4, Tom Collins at that marker in 1:25 and 2/5, 27 and 3 for the 3rd quarter. Fast Getaway stays right on his bumper 2nd. PA Lincoln has lost some ground in 3rd. Kurt is 4th. Up the inside is Noah's Redemption. Top of the stretch, they turn for home. Bringing him into the lane, it's been Tom Collins most of the way. Fast Getaway being asked for some more. Kurt goes to the inside, but cruising through the stretch, it's Tom Collins. Tom Collins will win this Adios Day opener in 1:53 and 3. Unofficially 4-1, 3 and 6. 4-1, 3, 6. In the first, Tom Collins gets the win, 1:53 and 3. First career victory.
Favorite's off to a good start now, Jeff. I mean, even money to kick off the card. Really never looked a loser in this race. And this is just a better spot for this horse. And he's been going fast miles against fast horses. Got his trip today, and when Ronnie Wren gets the front, he rarely gets past in the stretch. The one we talked about earlier, Kurt, coming off the fair wins, up for 2nd at 9-1. So nice exacta to kick off the early bit of card, the first race on the card, 4-1-3-6. Little superfecta in a box to kick it off. First race, Adios Day.
Four, 1, 3, 6 on the board in today's first. Moving into the Hunter Myers Winner's Circle. Winner of the first race, Pennsylvania Stallion Series, Colt Pace, number 4, Tom Collins. Owned by the Burke Racing Stable, Larry Carr, Knox Services, and Brad Grant. Ron Burke gets the training victory. Ronnie Wren with the winning drive. Tom Collins, 2-year-old gelding by Tall Dark Stranger, gets his first career win. Scoring here in a time of 1:53 and 3/5. Results of the first are official, 4-1-3-6. Payoffs coming in. Payoffs in the opener today. Number 4, Tom Collins wins it and returns $4, $260 and $210. Number 1, Kurt, $580, $280. Number 3, Fast Getaway, $240 to show. The exacta 4-1, $19.40. 4-1-3 in the try, $40.80. 20-cent superfecta of 4, 1, 3, and 6 is good for $6.88. Number 6, PA Lincoln was 4th. Number 5, Noah's Redemption was 5th. Number 2, Poppy Joe was 6th. Top down 263, 1-5, 4 on the bottom of the mile, 153 and 3. Second race is up in 13 minutes, 13 on the board for race 2. This should be a fast mile. Open handicap pacers, top older horses. Post 1 through 6 drew separately. 7 and 8 drew for the outside. Double will pays are favoring the 7 women layer at $6.80. Then it goes to the 4, Surreal Ideal at $13 even, followed by number 8, Birthday at $28.60. 13 to go for race 2. Right now, let's take a look at a replay of race 1. And they're off in the opener. It's the 1, Kurt, stepping out nicely with a 4, Tom Collins. Between horses, the 3, Fast Getaway. And the 2, Poppy Joe, is away 4th. Into the turn 5th, that's Noah's Redemption. And the early trailer is PA Lincoln. Into that first turn and by the 8th pole. Up on the outside, Tom Collins is going to go to the front for Ronnie Wren. Fast Getaway sits 2nd. Racing 3rd is Kurt. Next in 4th, it's Poppy Joe, followed by Noah's Redemption in 5th. And the trailer is PA Lincoln. Stallion Series Colt Pacers around the turn by the quarter in 27 and 2/5 seconds. They come past the stands for the first time. The leader is Tom Collins. Fast Getaway 2nd, then it's Kurt in 3rd. Poppy Joe is 4th, racing 5th. That's Noah's Redemption. And the trailer is PA Lincoln. They move into the turn and head for the halfway point. It's Tom Collins on the engine. Racing 2nd is Fast Getaway. Kurt races in 3rd. Pacing 4th is Poppy Joe. He's going to come to the outside. Racing in 5th is Noah's Redemption. Coming to the outside from the back is PA Lincoln. They have covered the half in 57 and 4 easy. 30 and 2/5 second quarter for Tom Collins. Takes him down the backstretch. Off stride goes the 2, Poppy Joe. The 2 has made a break. Front runner here is Tom Collins. Chasing 2nd is Fast Getaway. Racing 3rd is Kurt. 4th on the outside. Continuing to close. PA Lincoln lost his cover, but he's moving quickly. Racing 5th is Noah's Redemption. And the trailer after the break is Poppy Joe. Over to the 3/4, Tom Collins at that marker in 1:25 and 2/5, 27 and 3 for the 3rd quarter. Fast Getaway stays right on his bumper 2nd. PA Lincoln has lost some ground in 3rd. Kurt is 4th. Up the inside is Noah's Redemption. Top of the stretch, they turn for home. Bringing him into the lane, it's been Tom Collins most of the way. Fast Getaway being asked for some more. Kurt goes to the inside, but cruising through the stretch, it's Tom Collins. Tom Collins will win this Adios Day opener in 153 and 3. So the opener goes to the even money choice, Tom Collins, $4 on that win ticket. We move on to second race on our program today. This should be a good one. The open handicap pace post 1 through 6 drew for the inside spots. 7 and 8 drew for the outside in this open handicap. Morning line to the 7 women layer. Horse that has been racing mostly at Scioto Downs. Also shows a line at Oak Grove and Northfield. The last 3 wins for this one were all at Scioto. 50 and 3/5, 149 and 4 2-back. Dexter Dunn driving this one. Luke Hanners has been the driver. 4 for 7 on the year. Banked $400,000 last year as a 4-year-old. The mark of 47.3 at Scioto, plenty of speed, but I'm going to Surreal Ideal. He knows this track. Surreal Ideal has had some of the greatest miles of his career here at the Meadows. He's 8 years old now. I'm going back to him today out of respect for what he has accomplished here in the past. I'm going to go to the 4. He's 5-1, so this is where one of my higher priced options for the day comes in. I'm trying 4, 7, 8, and 1.
I understand Surreal Ideal, Jeff. I think that is a good pick here because he gets a setup. Because the 7 and 8 are going to go early in this race. They have been laying it down. I expect fast fractions, but Birthday is just so sharp right now. 4 straight wins. Look back, 48 and 3 here, 3 back, and he went to Northfield. Somehow he was 12-1 in that spot. I don't know what happened there, but they ignored him. He went down the road again in 50 and 4 at Northfield. So if he can make the front, he's going to be extremely dangerous. Right now, he's even money, but I do expect the prices between the 7 and the 8 to come together here. Give me Birthday on top, 8-7-4-1, but Surreal Ideal, I do think needs used on tickets.
Our second race today is brought to you by Pyatt Racing, the Pyatt Racing Stable, bringing you this second race today. Let's get down to the winner's circle to Ashley and Kevin.
Thank you, Jeff. Tom Collins there takes the first race at, honestly, kind of a gift of even money. I'm sure someone in the Express Bet contest is up to $400 right now as we move on to the second race. A likely two-horse duo here, but Surreal Ideal is going to have something to say about that. Women Layer has come back very sharp since the Battle of Lake Erie, where he was toasted from the rail, but that didn't seem to bother him as it has other horses. And Birthday, just extremely classy with $760,000 made lifetime. I'm at 8-7-4-6 here, Ashley.
Yeah, I am going up with 7-8-5-4. I really think that we're going to see a lot of loaded speed from mid-gate with this race with American Fling and High Five Cruiser. So I'm going to see them duel it out, honestly. That's how I see this race playing out in the beginning. But I really like the women's layer for my single and put them on top. So that's my go-to, and I'm excited for the second leg of the early pick 5.
Yeah, it should be a very good race here, and I think a spot where most people might try to go one or the other with Women Layer or Birthday. As Mike mentioned, 1 in 50 and 4 last time at a very overlaid price. That was because Helium, the Christy Noble horse, was in. That was his first start since the battle, and he went off, I think, 5-2. So it took a lot of dead money there from an outside post. That caused Birthday to be just a complete overlay there. So I think it's between those two, but as Ashley mentioned, if we get a lot of speed here, Surreal Ideal or others could be closing late. So it should be a good second race here. We've got 7 minutes till post time.
I could have kept talking. I had more.
7 minutes on the board, 7 till post. So we have plenty of contests going on today. If you see your name on the screen, please go back to the promotions table. Scott Landy, Jeff Sager, Bill Yurkovich, Ginger Weber, and Nolan Adams. Scott Landy, Jeff Sager, Bill Yurkovich, Ginger Weber, and Nolan Adams, please report to the promotions table. A lot going on today here at Hollywood Casino at the Meadows. Once again, your double will pays on the screen. The 7, the choice, not surprising. Actually, I am a little surprised that Surreal Ideal is the second choice on the double. I thought that he would be third choice at best in here. I thought they really go. You got to be happy if you're playing doubles, looking at that payoff on the 8 Birthday. Again, this is a horse that has won 4 straight. He's the track record holder for older horses here. Shows a mark last year of 47-4 locally. So, yeah, there's a lot to like with that price on Birthday right now.
Yeah, there were 7,700 in that opening double pool, and Birthday was they ended up the overlay in there, especially relative to his win price. I do think his final win price will not be reflected in that double will pay. So if you're alive to that, that's excellent value for that horse. It's a very competitive race, so we'll see, especially how the track is going to play here now. These 2 speed horses could light it up. We'll see. Will we have like a bolt to doer type day here, Jeff?
5 minutes to go, 5 on the board. Plenty of time to get your plays in here for our second race. Once again, if you are just tuning in at this point, from this point on, there are no program changes. And that is very rare, but we'll take it. We just had those couple of late changes in the first because of the late arrivals of a couple drivers, but no further changes at this time in the remainder of today's racing program.
Lots of guarantees also. We were talking on the pre-show. $10,000 guaranteed pick 4 pool starts in race number 5. So if you're interested in those multi-leg wagers, we had $20,000 at early pick 5. So lots of money going to fall today. Another $10,000 guaranteed pentafecta pool that shows up in race number 8. So you have 9 horses there. That's a wide open race also. That's one of the overnight races on the day. So get involved in that if you're a pentafecta player. Another $20,000 guaranteed pick 4, race number 9. And that starts a fairly nice pick 4 that I do think has possibilities to pay well, because this late pick 4, there's a lot of big favorites in there. the Adios, a fantastic race, but leading up to that, we're going to have some huge chalk in there that you're going to have to dodge. If you can beat those favorites, you could be in line for a huge payday. So this is a very nice card. I think there's lots of opportunities, but you have to pick your spots. So check out those guaranteed wagers. And get involved vertically also on this card.
Well, if you see a horse you like and you're sitting out there at 3 to 5, 2 to 5, that's where you got to look to the exactas, the tries, the pick 4s, the pick 5s. You've got to compare it with something else, or use multiple horses with a trifecta or a superfecta. But yeah, there may not be a lot of value to win on some of these horses right now. I mean, honestly, 6 to 5, I'm okay with that. If I can double my money, then I'm okay with it. If I see lower than that, that's when I start to look to the exotics. I start to look to the exacta. Who can I pair this horse with? And that's kind of the strategy that I've always used, looking at opportunities to make a few dollars. You see some of those guaranteed pools rolling across your screen today. We'll keep you updated on those as well. We are already in that pick 5 that had that guaranteed 7,500 pool and ended up with 20,000 in that pool. So that was a great start for that. This, again, should be a very fast race. Taking a look at these horses and how fast they've been in their careers. The one time was on my side, 148-4. American Fling, 150 flat. Fly High Cruiser, 150 and 1/5. Surreal Ideal, 147-2. He's gone. Southwind Peter, 150 and 1/5. Nighthawk, 148-4. Women Layer, 147-3. Birthday, 147-4. This is a fast bunch, and you just would like to see a little bit of battling early. And that's where the handicap to this race, putting the horses that are supposedly in better form right now on the outside, that's where you get that opportunity to get some quick fractions. The thing that cannot happen is they can't let somebody get an easy half in here, because these horses of this quality, you leave somebody alone on that to the half unchallenged, they're going to back it down, and you're going to see a 56, 57 half, which is slow for this type of a group, and the front runner's going to just jog home.
And you got the top drivers here also today, Jeff, and that makes a big difference, I do think, with some of the tactics. Some of these, Dexter Dunn is not driving Women Layer, and he can, jump in on any horse, but those little subtle changes can sometimes make a big difference in a race that is going to be decided probably within an inch or two. So you have to be mindful of that also. I do think these top older horses, they know what to do. These old campaigners, they're going to be out there flying, probably no matter who's driving them, but it just makes for interesting competition.
1 minute on the board. Horses are stepping out onto the track for our post parade. Horses are on the track and parading the post for the second race. Open handicap pacers. The purse is $25,000. Number 1, Time Is On My Side, owned by the stable. Tim Twaddle is the trainer. The driver is James McDonald. Number 2 is American Fling, owned by Randy Bendis and Pollock Racing. Randy Bendis is the trainer. The driver, Scott Zeron. Number 3 is Fly High Cruiser, owned by John Littleton Jr. Dirk Simpson, the trainer. The driver, Justin Walters. Number 4 is Surreal Ideal, owned by the 518 group and Get Up Racing. Vernon Beachy trains. Driver is Mike Wouter. 5 is Southwind Peter, owned by William McKenzie, Vincent Alley Jr., and Donald Witkowski. Brandon Presto, the trainer. The driver, Dave Pallone. Six is Nighthawk, owned by the Burke Racing Stable, Weaver Buscemi LLC, and Rich Lombardo Racing. Ron Burke, the trainer. The driver is Yannick Gingras. 7 is Women Layer, owned by the Let It Ride Stables, Jeff Fout Racing. Larry Wills and Jesmoral Stable. Virgil Morgan is the trainer. The driver is Dexter Dunn. Number 8 is Birthday, owned by the Burke Racing Stable, and Weaver Buscemi LLC. Ron Burke trains with Ronnie Wren. Exacta, trifecta, superfecta, and double wagering on our second race. Open pacers in race 2. 3 to 5 on the 7. Women layer is the top choice right now. Horses on the track, scoring down, getting ready for race 2.
Currently 9-2 on birthday. I'm not sure if Kevin's with us. If he's on his headset, maybe he can jump in here. Extreme value on birthday currently, with Women Layer taking all the money at 3 to 5. I do expect these two to tighten up, but Surreal Ideal taking money off a 4 to 1 morning line. Kevin, are you there?
Coming up on a year. I think Mike's trying to page for me.
Cheese it is, sir.
Thank you.
That's what presenting judges are for, sir.
We'll see if Kevin gets the headset on, but 2 minutes to post. Main 3 contenders are taking the money in the race. Surreal Ideal currently 2.5 to 1 on the board, and I would look at some exactas in this race right now, especially between these top 3 choices. Obviously, feel like a long shot, plenty of opportunities with them. Kevin, what is your take on the board here currently? Ashley there also.
I think birthday extreme value at 9 to 2. We saw this last week when he blitzed out for the outside at Northfield. But I think the fact that he's the 3rd choice amongst the main 3 contenders, I think that makes him a must bet right now.
And I think, you know, Women's Layer is the hottest thing coming out of the Morgan barn. She doesn't need to get the front to win, so I'm really liking, you know, her for this race. So I think it's something to keep an eye on.
Also, 5 to 2 on a horse that may need a setup here in Surreal Ideal. I'm out.
Women Layer typically takes money. If you look, 3 to 5, 90 cents on the dollar, 2 to 5 in his last 3 starts, and he's faced tough ones. I mean, that Battle of Lake Erie was an excellent race, as Kevin would know. This horse performed very well, so this is a spot that he's used to performing in. I just think that the price is a little low for me. Send it to Jeff as the gate is rolling. Race number 2, we have open pacers. Watch the timer here.
Last call for race 2. They are at the gate. Your 4 to 5 betting favorite is the 7 Women Layer. Second choice at 2 to 1. A lot of play on the 4. Surreal Ideal. It is post time for race 2 on our 16 race car today. Open pacers behind the gate for the 2nd. And they're off. That's the 4 Surreal Ideal going for the front with the 2 American Fling on the outside, the 7 Women Layer. 4 wide into the turn. Goes the 8 Birthday. Getting away 5th is Time Is On My Side. Fly High Cruiser 6th. 7th early on is Southwind Peter. Backing off the trail the field early is Nighthawk. Battles on early. Birthday up on the outside, park to the quarter. Women Layer has that lead to the inside. They go by the quarter a fast 26 3/5 seconds. Coming past the grandstand for the first time, Birthday and Ronnie Wren have cleared to the top. That's Women Layer 2nd, racing 3rd. It's Surreal Ideal. Next in 4th is American Fling, followed by Time Is On My Side. 5th, 6th is Fly High Cruiser. Then it's Southwind Peter and Nighthawk. No challengers up top for Birthday. Leads them over to the halfway point. Women Layer is 2nd. 3rd is Surreal Ideal. They've covered the half in 54 3/5. They'll head to the backstretch, racing 4th. It's American Fling. Pacing in 5th is Time Is On My Side. Fly High Cruiser 6th. 7th is Southwind Peter and Nighthawk Trails. No movement because they're moving too quick. They've got less than 3/8 to go, and they cannot catch Birthday at this point. Women Layer trying to keep pace in 2nd. To the outside, American Fling starts to gain some ground now 3rd. Surreal Ideal 4th. He's going to come to the outside. They're by 3/4, 1:21 3. 27 flat for the third quarter, and American Fling is challenging on the outside and puts the nose in front. Birthday to the inside. Women layer needs room. Surreal Ideal ready to peel off the cover 3 wide. Top of the stretch, they turn for home. American Fling trying to pull the upset, but Surreal Ideal's got some more. Here comes Women layer to the inside, but it's Surreal Ideal to win it all in 1:48 and 4. 4, 7, and 2. 1:48 and 4/5. Perfect trip. How about the effort? American Fling 45-1. He put in a monster effort here.
And he set it up for Surreal Ideal. Just got the absolute perfect Wilder steer. And we know Mike coming from off the pace. He's going to get it done off that trip. But Birthday, really not his day. He got the front like he wanted to, and even with no pressure, he couldn't hang with those fractions. Surreal Ideal, perfect trip. And the board talk, Jeff, nice selection here, but you got 3-2. I'm sure that's a little less than you wanted, but better, a little bit of a shorter price than a ripped-up ticket.
I did not expect that effort from American Fling, and as you said, Wilder, he got the opportunity to get out into the outer flow and get right behind a very live cover with American Fling, who ends up third in here, but did a lot of the work. 4-7-2. How about this 3 Fly High Cruiser? He came in at 80-1 to get onto the ticket fourth. That's going to pump up the value here in the try and the super when you got 45-1 and 80-1 on the ticket. So some big numbers coming up, perhaps.
Yeah, and Fly High Cruiser, Justin Walters, really nice young driver. I like the way he puts horses in the right spots. He belongs on this Audio State card, so nice to see him get a little check here in this open race. Nice drive, 80-1. If you got a super here and there's 10,000 in that pool, go the window. It's going to be legit.
Back in front of the stands, the winner of the second race, Open Pace, number 4, Surreal Ideal, owned by the 518 Group and Get Up Racing. Vernon Beachy gets the training victory, 21st this year at the Meadows. Mike Wilder with the winning drive. Surreal Ideal, 8-year-old gelding by So Surreal, has now won 44 races in his career and 138 starts. He's 3 for 10 this season. Season best effort, 1:48 and 4/5. $4-7-2-3 is official. 4-7-2-3 on the board in race number 2. Race 2 is official. The 4 Surreal Ideal, $5, $220 and $210. Number 7 Women Layer, $210 and $210. Number 2 American Fling, $360 to show. The exacta 4-7 pays $7.60. 4-7-2 in the try, $37.20. Superfect is good for $16.54. The double 4 and 4 pays $13 even. Number 3 Fly High Cruiser was 4th. Number 8 Birthday was 5th. Number 1 Time Is On My Side was 6th. Number 6 Nighthawk was 7th. Number 5 Southwind Peter was 8th. Top down 6-3-4. 1-8-7, 2 and 5 on the bottom of the mile 1. 48, 4/5. We're moving on to our third race. Just 6 minutes on the board. 6 till post for race 3. Grand Circuit Stake here. This is the James Mandarino Arden Downs 3-year-old Colton gelding trot. 32,000 on the line. Double will pays are favoring the 5 Hamlet Hall. Let's take a look at a replay of race 2. And they're off. That's the 4 Surreal Ideal going for the front with the 2 American Fling on the outside, the 7 Women Layer. 4 wide into the turn. Goes the 8 Birthday. Getting away 5th is Time Is On My Side. Fly High Cruiser 6th. 7th early on is Southwind Peter. Backing off the trail the field early is Nighthawk. Battles on early. Birthday up on the outside. Park to the quarter. Women Layer has that lead to the inside. They go by the quarter a fast 26 3/5 seconds. Coming past the grandstand for the first time, Birthday and Ronnie Wren have cleared to the top. That's Women Layer second, racing third. It's Surreal Ideal. Next in 4th is American Fling, followed by Time Is On My Side 5th. 6th is Fly High Cruiser. Then it's Southwind Peter and Nighthawk. No challengers up top for Birthday. Leads them over to the halfway point. Women Layer is second. Third is Surreal Ideal. They've covered the half in 54 3/5. They'll head to the backstretch, racing 4th. It's American Fling. Pacing in 5th is Time Is On My Side. Fly High Cruiser 6th. 7th is Southwind Peter, and Nighthawk Trails no movement because they're moving too quick. They've got less than 3/8 of a go to go, and they cannot catch Birthday at this point. Women Layer trying to keep pace in second. To the outside, American Fling starts to gain some ground now third. Surreal Ideal 4th. He's going to come to the outside. They're by 3/4, 1:21 3. 27 flat for the third quarter, and American Fling is challenging on the outside and puts the nose in front. Birthday to the inside. Women Layer needs room. Surreal Ideal ready to peel off the cover 3 wide. Top of the stretch, they turn for home. American Fling trying to pull the upset, but Surreal Ideal's got some more. Here comes Women Layer to the inside, but it's Surreal Ideal to win it all in 1:48 4. 4. We've got 4 minutes on the board, 4 till posts for our third race. This is the James Mandarino Arden Downs 3-year-old colt and gelding trot. Stakes record is 153 1/5. Now they've got a shot at this. By the way, there is the photo for 4th from that second race. 6-5 right now on the 4 Cindy Lou Goo. James Mandarino Arden Downs colt trot. Morning line goes to the 5 Hamlet Hall. I'm going to go 5, 4, 7, 3. 5, 4, 7, 3, my numbers in this third race. As we get a little closer to post, down to 3 minutes to go. 6-5 on the 4 Cindy Lou Goo, 8-5 on the 5 Hamlet Hall. There you see our other handicapper selections. Mike Probosi says 5, 7, 4, 3. Kevin Plouch at 5, 7, 4, and 1. Our sponsor for this third race is Boothwyn Pharmacy. We'd like to thank Boothwyn Pharmacy and all of our sponsors for assisting with our Adios program today. Well, so let me just go back here. I realized that this is the 39th year that I've worked here for the Adios, my 7th as the announcer. And it all goes back to when I was in college. I was looking for an internship, so I sent a letter into the Meadows just trying to get an internship working in public and media relations. Never had any thoughts of working as an announcer. And about 2 days after I sent the letter, and there was no email back then, 2 days after I sent the letter, my phone rings and I recognize the voice on the other line because it was the voice, Roger Houston. And he called me up and said, "You want to get in the racing? Good. I need an announcer 1 night a week." And from that point on, I filled in. And on Adios Day, in order to save his voice a little bit during the day, for 32 of those years, I came in and would call a couple of races. And so I've always now returned the favor. And so joining me on the broadcast, the voice of harness racing, and for many years the voice of the Meadows, Roger Houston, welcome back to the Meadows.
Always a pleasure, Jeff. And let's see, you've announced how many? 7 years?
This is my 7th Adios. Yeah.
You owe me 25.
Okay.
Those were the days, my friend.
25 more. How old would you be in 25 more years?
108.
No, that's nothing. You'll be here. So.
Yeah, everybody asked me, "You going to make 200,000 races?" And I said, "No way." But we're still climbing.
Going to try. Yeah, you're going to try. So this race wanted you to come in to call this one because you knew James Mandarino. This is
Very well.
Name from the past. Very instrumental in
Call a bet.
Yeah, bringing what started as phone wagering before we got into internet wagering. And so, yeah, I know you've known James. You knew the James Mandarino and his family for many, many years.
Yeah, the wildest thing about that bill when he got it through the legislature, and the first year the Meadows Racing Network went up on a unscrambled signal. Anybody in the world could pick it up by satellite. And the second year, we went to the decoder system as planned. And Mandarino gave me a phone call one day, and he said, I'm getting bombarded by calls. Viewers wanting to know why you were scrambling the signal. And the reason was, Jim, you wrote it in the bill. He didn't know what encrypted meant.
Horses are coming onto the track for our first Grand Circuit stake of the afternoon.
Horses are... And these are the horses for the James Mandarino Arden Downs 3-year-old Colton Gelding Trot, a purse of $32,217. Number 1, Summer Nights, owned by Burke Racing Stable. Weaver Brashemi, Ron Burke trains. Ronnie Wren Jr. drives the 1, Summer Nights. Number 2 is Clark. Kathy Schoeffel, Brady Brown, Marion Schilling owns, Steve Schoeffel trained. Brady Brown, the 2, Clark. Number 3 is Time-O Kryptonite. Kathy Schoeffel and Lewis Fulton owns, Steve Schoeffel trained. Sean Johnston, the 3, Time-O Kryptonite. Number 4 is Cindy Lou Goo. Owned by Timothy Betts and on the clue of Pittsburgh. Per Ingram trains. Andrew McCarthy drives the 4, Cindy Lou Goo. Number 5 is Hamlet Hall. George Romanoff, Martin Gary, and Tom Klosky Jr. Norm Parker trains. Mike Wilder drives the 5, Hamlet Hall. Number 6 is Jackie Jan. Woodgrove Equine. Wilbur Yoder trains and drives the 6, Jackie Chan. Number 7 is Captain Vodka. J.L. Sadowski, M. Baggett Jr. and C.M. Baggett. Robert Baggett Jr. is the trainer. Tim Tetrick in the sulky of the 7, Captain Vodka. Win, place, show, exact a try, 20-cent super, rolling double wagering on the 3rd. Don't be shut out. Wager now.
Getting close to post time for our 3rd race, and Roger, thinking back about when you said about how James Mandarino helped to bring Colabet to the state of Pennsylvania. Do you remember the commercials?
Oh, Bob Prince, Sivko Kowalczyk. Those were the days. I'm telling you.
Did you ever give Dean Zames a new set of tires for his car after that one?
No. That Corvette. I think he's still driving that Corvette.
He got new tires. You guys ruined them that day.
I guarantee you took a lot of rubber off because we did 10 takes on that.
You've had a lot of fun here over the years, and Adios Day, I know, has always been special to you. Some different antics during the years, too.
Those weren't on Adios Days. We were...
between cards, there were some antics sometimes.
No, I don't remember those. Usually it was on Wednesday night. I did back-to-back years mud wrestling against women. Those were the days. Patsy Volcano was my tag team partner with taking on 2 women. They beat the living daylights out of us.
Anyway, horses are warming up, getting ready for the 3rd. Roger, you came here in 1976?
76.
So you missed the first few Adios events, but do you still remember your first Adios?
Oh, Harnborough Ranger, Keystone Ore. It might, I can't say it's true 100%. It may be the only major stake where every elimination was a world's record and the final was a world's record as well.
Well, we've been showing some Adios memories here the last few weeks, and so we got to hear a lot of your old race calls, and the one that always stood out to me was Storm Damage.
Storm damage 153 and 2. I think it
that
was
was
world
a
record.
world record for double heat also.
Yeah. And George Smallsreed, the great photographer for the United States Trotting Association. This is before they had those machine gun cameras. You know, you take 100
Rapid
pictures.
fire, yeah.
Rapid. In a single shot, George said it was the first picture that he had ever taken where a horse's all 4 hoofs were above the axle. Storm
Oh,
damage.
wow. Not just off the ground, but a foot off the ground.
4 of them off the ground above the axle
That's
of the
amazing.
race bike.
Yeah.
It was unreal. And, of course, Jerry and Betty Smith, the owners, and Niatros wasn't here for the Adios, and it was Storm Damage's day to shine. Hervé Fillon coming back, standing in the sulky after he won with Hot Hitter.
Field has reached the gate for our third race. This is the lone division today of the James Mandarino Arden Downs 3-year-old colt and gelding trot. The purse $32,217. Ladies and gentlemen, for more than 40 years, he was the voice of the Meadows. Welcome back to the microphone to call our third race today. Harness Racing Hall of Famer, Roger Houston.
3-year-old colt and gelding trotters. James Mandarino move in behind the gate. Summer Nights, Clark, Timo Kryptonite, Cindy Lou Goo, Hamlet Hall, Jackie Chan, and Captain Vodka. The gate swings around the turn, and there they go. They're off and trotting at Summer Nights, going for the lead. Captain Vodka on the outside takes command for Tim Tetrick as they race into the turn. Cindy Lou Goo on the outside, 3 wide, now third, now second and going on. Timo Kryptonite looking for a spot, 4th at the pylons. Racing 5th is Clark, 6th on the outside, Hamlet Hall. Trailing the field, Jackie Chan as they race over the first quarter mark. Opening quarter, 27 and 3. Into the lane, passing his hands first time, coming to the 3/8 mark. Cindy Lou Goo shows the way by a length and a half for Andrew McCarthy. Right there, second is Captain Vodka. Into the turn third, Summer Nights, all in straight alignment as they race over to the halfway point. Timo Kryptonite racing 4th, racing 5th is Clark. Trotting 6, Hamlet Hall, and trailing the field, Jackie Chan. Wilbur Yoder can see them all. Halfway home, 56 and 2, 28 and 4. Second panel, down the backside, showing the way. Cindy Lou Goo leads by a length and 3/4. Racing second is Captain Vodka. Third, that's Summer Nights, starting to gap out a bit. Timo Kryptonite is there 4th. Here comes Mike Wilder and Hamlet Hall out and moving on the outside 5th at the 3/4. 124 and 1, 27 and 4. Backside, little more than 8 to go. Into the stretch, Cindy Lou Goo with the lead. Right there, second is Captain Vodka. Heads for the lightning lane. Closing on the outside, Summer Nights 3 wide. Summer Nights on the outside. Also with a rush, Hamlet Hall. The mile, 153, 4/5.
Close finish there as Summer Nights 19 to 1. Watch this replay. Summer Nights was gapped, as you said, Roger, but then he tightened it up and went to the outside. That opened up the inside a bit for the 3-time all Kryptonite. Watch the 3 in the stretch. The 3 had a lot of trot left and was trying to find some room. 7 heads for the inside and gets rough and turns it over in the stretch. They won. Summer Nights, the 3-time all Kryptonite, is going to get there for second. He was closing late to the inside for Sean Johnston over the 5. Hamlet Hall, who went off as a 4-5 favorite. 1, 3, 5, and 7.
One, 3, 5, 7, unofficial. 153 and 4. Final half. Oh, let's see. Been a while. It's had $57 and 2. Final quarter. 29 and 3. Summer Nights. 3 races. 2 wins for the Burke stable and driver Ronnie Wren Jr. This time, moving into the Hunter Myers winner's circle. The winner of the James Mandarino Arden Downs 3-year-old Colt and Gelding Trot Grand Circuit event, presented by Boothwin Pharmacy. Number 1, Summer Nights, Burke Racing Stable, Fredericktown, PA. Weaver Buscemi of Cannonsburg, Ron Burke, a training double. Ronnie Wren Jr., a driving double. 3-year-old Gelding, Babar Hopping, a party at the Banks. Home a winner in 153 and 4. Moving into the Hunter Myers winner's circle. Scoring here at 19-1. As we mentioned, this race presented by Boothwin Pharmacy, a Grand Circuit event. The James Mandarino Trot goes to Ron Burke, Ronnie Wren Jr., and Summer Nights.
Judges have posted the inquiry sign on number 7, Captain Vodka, for a possible violation of the braking rule in the stretch. Once again, inquiry sign post on the 7, Captain Vodka, possible violation of the braking rule in the stretch. Please hold all mutual tickets. Right now, you're looking at 19-1 first, 19-1 second. So we're going to have some boxcar payoffs coming up here for this third race. We'll see what happens with the 7. He did get a little rough when he tried to make that move to the inside in the stretch. So upsets, Mike Probozzi and I have been talking earlier that on a day where it looks like the favorites are clear cut, that's when, and I think I used the number, I said that's when you see $40 horses, and exactly what's in the Summer Nights is going to be a $40 horse here.
Yeah.
So
It's wild how that works because vast majority are favorites, but boy, every once in a while they pop up. Of course, a lot of these events draw horses that have not raced here at the Meadows this season. Some of them are here for the Courier and Ives as such, but big effort.
yes, sir.
1357. Don't forget the inquiry sign remains posted on number 7, Captain Vodka.
Maybe an interference break then or whatever. And okay, got it.
I know arriving here early today, it's one of the biggest crowds on an Adios day I've ever seen at 11:30 in the morning.
Your attention, please. After reviewing the video, the judges determined that the break of the 7, Captain Vodka, was the result of the 4 slowing dramatically at the top of the stretch. Therefore, there is no reason for a placing. There is no placing of the 7, Captain Vodka. It was an interference type of a break and not a break on the horse's own accord. And so there is no placing in the third. Results will stand 1, 3, 5, and 7. So yeah, the 4 just kind of slowed at the top of the stretch. The 7 was in a bad spot, and it's going to be determined it was more of an interference thing. That was not the fault of the 7, Captain Vodka. And with that type of a situation, there is no placing. Results are official. Summer Nights, Time All Kryptonite, Hamlet Hall, Captain Vodka, 1, 3, 5, and 7. Roger, would you like to stick around and call another one?
Oh, yeah. In fact, is
You got all
around
day.
all day.
You know, I am careful. I will say I am careful when I have you come up here that I take the key to the door with me when I leave, so that I go ahead and read the payoffs.
No, I would not do that. Number 1, Summer Nights returns $40.20, $14.65.40. The 3, Time All Kryptonite, $16.65.20. The 5, Hamlet Hall, $2.20. The $2 exacta 1-3, $438. $2 try, 135, $1,503.20. 20-cent super, 1357, $346.74. And the double, combination 4-1, returns $132.40. Coming home fourth was the 7, Captain Vodka. So we get a top down of number 1, Summer Nights, the winner. The 2, Clark, 7. The 3, Timo Kryptonite, 2. The 4, Cindy Lou Goo, 6. The 5, Hamlet Hall, 3. The 6, Jackie Chan, 7. And number 7, Captain Vodka, 4. Top down, 172, 635, 4 on the bottom. The mile, 153, 4/5. Post time for the upcoming 4th race in 13 minutes. There's your rolling double. Oh, some strange things do happen here. Rolling double, as you can see, the favorite is the 5 at 157.20, long shot 1,295. If 6, 7, or 8 should win, then we would have a consolation double. 3 to 5 favorite, the 3, Easy Breeze in race 4. Let's go to videotape. They're off and trotting at Summer Nights, going for the lead. Captain Vodka on the outside takes command for Tim Tetrick as they race into the turn. Cindy Lou Goo on the outside, 3 wide, now 3rd, now 2nd and going on. Timo Kryptonite looking for a spot, 4th at the pylons. Racing 5th is Clark, 6th on the outside, Hamlet Hall. Trailing the field, Jackie Chan as they race over the first quarter mark. Opening quarter, 27-3. Into the lane, passing his hands first time, coming to the 3/8 mark. Cindy Lou Goo shows the way by a length and a half for Andrew McCarthy. Right there, second is Captain Vodka. Into the turn, 3rd, Summer Nights, all in straight alignment as they race over to the halfway point. Timo Kryptonite racing 4th, racing 5th is Clark. Trotting 6, Hamlet Hall, and trailing the field, Jackie Chan. Wilbur Yoder can see them all. Halfway home, 56-2, 28-4. Second panel, down the backside, showing the way. Cindy Lou Goo leads by a length and 3/4. Racing 2nd is Captain Vodka. 3rd, that's Summer Nights, starting to gap out a bit. Timo Kryptonite is there 4th. Here comes Mike Wilder and Hamlet Hall out moving on the outside 5th at the 3/4. 124-1, 27-4. Backside, little more than 8 to go. Into the stretch, Cindy Lou Goo with the lead. Right there, second is Captain Vodka. Heads for the lightning lane. Closing on the outside, Summer Nights 3 wide. Summer Nights on the outside. Also with a rush, Hamlet Hall. The mile, 153, 4/5.
Long shots in the 3rd, 19-1 winner, 19-1 place horse, big payoffs in race number 3. We're moving on to our 4th of the afternoon. These are Pacers, winners of 4 but not more than 7 races or $90,000 lifetime. Should be another fast bunch. There's your photo for place. 3-time all Kryptonite by just a couple inches over the favorite, the 5, Hamlet Hall, the one already through the line by a half length. No changes in this 4th race. Please note, though, that number 3, Easy Breeze. This is one of the horses that raced in the Adios eliminations last week. He finished 6th in his Adios elim, but he is adding Lasix today. First Lasix for the 3, Easy Breeze. Picks up Andrew McCarthy for the drive today. Morning line to the 5, Stingman. He was in the Adios eliminations last week. He was a winner in this class, both 2 and 3 back. I'm going to try to beat him. I'm going for a bit of a price here. I'm going to take Dexter Dunn with the 1, Dancing Stranger. I like 1-5-3-2. I am the lone dissenter here, as both Mike and Kevin, as well as the morning line, they all go to the 5, Stingman. I'm trying 1-5-3-2. The 5 certainly deserves a lot of the play, but right now, Easy Breeze is the favorite at 3-2. This race is brought to you by the Christian Harness Horsemen's Association, the CHHA, sponsoring our 4th race today. $14,000 the purse. Again, 5-1-3-2 for the morning line. There's those double will pays favoring slightly the 5 over the 3. Roger?
One thing, you like to handicap, don't you?
You know, that's how I started in this business. Okay, I started as a handicapper. I got interested in the sport that way, and I slant my race calls toward handicapping more than I do towards sometimes giving just information. You will hear me on a regular race, not with a stake race where you have horses that don't come here every week, but you'll hear me give a big call to a horse that may finish 6th or 7th. But what I'm doing is I'm pointing out to people, hey, watch this horse because this is one that you might want to play back next week. So I always approach races as an announcer from a handicapper's perspective.
Yeah. See, I wasn't meaning in your race calls, but you can tell if somebody enjoys handicapping races and picking them 1, 2, 3, 4, and things like that. That's what I meant about you. I despise handicapping. I hate.
Okay, why? I got to ask.
Well, I guess when I first went to Pompano, 1967. I had to do the morning line. I had to do my own picks. They had to be different than each other because they were the morning line and my picks are both appearing with 3 other handicappers at Pompano, and so I had to do a system to try to keep them different. And I just I have a lot of feelings about handicapping. I think some people spend way too much time handicapping a race.
I got to tell you, I've never told you this. 40-some years I've known you now. We always joked, and we said the joke was always when Roger would go fly someplace, he had to buy 2 seats. He had to buy one for Roger and one for the morning line.
I never heard anybody say that about
we used to say that a lot behind your back. Don't worry. But yeah, you had that situation. And now, the one thing that's different now is that the morning line, when I came in here and took this job over years ago, I was asked, do you want to make the morning line? And I said no. I did not want to have that, trying to figure that out. So it is a computer morning line. The computer morning line now. There is one race today that's an exception. I will admit that the Adios is my morning line because I had to make it on the spot. Oh no, now he's going to go critique it. Here he goes. He's grabbing his program. But no, we had to have that for the press conference. So the morning line for the Adios is mine. Everything else, the other 15 are all done by computer.
I remember you the other day on the eliminations, you made the morning line too.
Yes. And I was wondering what the computer would have said because I did I believe I put Lua Deepa first, and the computer, we did run the computer just to see what it would do, and it did the same. And in fact, for the Adios final, I set it as 439 as the top 3, and the computer did the same. The computer had 439. Now, it went different for 4th. I believe it put another C note as the 4th choice from the computer morning line, which is not in your program. We just stayed with the same one.
Yeah. I don't understand the computer. It's just like a regular handicapper. I'm sure they put various information into the
yes, it's just some type of algorithm point system type thing.
But I'm old school. I'm sorry, I'm old school. The line's got to be balanced, and I see too many lines that are not balanced anymore, even by the computer. In today's world, what was it? I think it was 124 plus. Or maybe it's 117 plus the number of starters.
Yeah, there's a mathematical calculation of what it's supposed to be. You can't just arbitrarily say, well, this horse is going to be 1 to 9, and this horse is going to be 80 to 1, and all that.
When we were doing the morning lines in those days, you would never have 5 horses in a race at 20 to 1. The race secretary would assassinate you.
Well, and the other thing you'll see. You always, I know your morning lines, you never had anything higher than 20 to 1.
Right.
But I have seen morning lines where you'll see horses 50 to 1, 30 to 1.
Yeah.
Was that just your policy or was that the track's policy?
Most of the tracks told me what race secretaries told me what they want. A lot of them didn't want any horses above 15 to 1 because then it makes it look like it's a lopsided field or something like that. But
Roger, I do want to get into one other subject with you while you're here. Since you have kind of, I don't know, if you'll never fully retire, but we'll just say you're not an active participant on a daily basis as far as announcing anymore, which means that you were allowed for the first time a few years ago to get into horse ownership.
Yeah.
And I tell you, I noticed a name that you have now been partnering with, another veteran like yourself, Tom Charters.
Tom Charters.
And
We
that's
own
got
a-
to be a lot of fun for you guys
own a-
because you two go way back.
Filly trotter, the name Blythe Hanover, raced yesterday, finished 6th. I think she's had 3 starts. First 2 starts, she made breaks. She stayed flat and trotted in 56-1 yesterday. And I was just tickled pink, even though the horse didn't get a check. First time she really looked like a trotter out there, so we hope for that. I got 3 horses with a trainer by the name of Rosie Weaver over in Ohio. I got 2 with Dirk Simpson, and I got 2 with Altmaier Wilder.
And that's the thing. I know the Meadows Standardbred Owners Association, they're here on hand to talk to people. You know, when you say you have all these horses, you're owning portions of them, and so you know it's a way for you to spread it out and enjoy. And you know, they've always said, and you can answer this, I've always heard people say, when that horse hits the top of the stretch, you're not thinking about whether you own 8% or 80%. It's your horse, and you're enjoying that race.
Some horses, a couple horses I only own 10%, some I own 30%. Different percentage, however it comes. Fact is, we just got a new horse that'll be here at the Meadows. Picked him up yesterday. Got a Crunch Class. Now, to me, that's a tongue twister. Crunch.
You're warning
Class.
me, so that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
you want to come in and call that one first time?
well, I'm having trouble saying it, really. But I can see some numbers you might change the spelling on the last one there by accident.
Oh my!
It's a Captain Crunch, by the way.
And obviously, being involved now as an owner, which you couldn't do before, it's just got to be another thrill for you with the sport.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm better if I'm calling the race that my horse is in. If I'm not calling the race, I'm a nervous wreck. And then 1 or 2 of them, I've called my horses over in Ohio winter a number of occasions and stuff at the county fairs and such, and no problem. But when the race is over, man, I turn into sometimes I forget what I'm even doing, going to the winter circle or something like that.
Oh my!
Fact is, people even tell me here at the Meadows that you'd never know Roger has any problem walking or anything like that when he's headed to the winter circle.
Yeah.
But coming back in after being in the winter circle is just a little slower.
Oh my!
But, you know, I would encourage anybody that loves racing to get involved in horse ownership because for so many years I was unable to own horses and stuff and pieces of a horse or such. And I've had more enjoyment since I think it was 2020. Horses coming to the track for the 4th. Horses are leaving the paddock and coming to the track for the 4th race, a condition pace, a purse of $14,000. Win, place, show, exacta try, 20-cent super, rolling double wagering. And these are the horses for the 4th. Number 1 is Dancing Stranger. David Ham, EVM Racing, Virgil Morgan Jr. trains. Dexter Dunn, the 1, Dancing Stranger. Number 2 is Blue Indigo. Burke Racing Stable, Milton Lehman, Wingfield Brothers, Weaver Buscemi, Ron Burke trains, Ronnie Wren Jr. the 2, Blue Indigo. Number 3 is Easy Breeze. Ian K. Stable, Roy Parker Jr., William Mears, Eddie Dennis trains, Andrew McCarthy. First time Lasix, the 3, Easy Breeze. Number 4, Watchmaker. Jason Walters owns, Steve Walters trains, Justin Walters drives the 4, Watchmaker. Number 5, Stingman. Jack Pyatt III, Scott Croftcheck, Joseph Seaman, Rick Hercules Trains, Dave Pallone, the 5, Stingman. Number 6 is Southwind Spencer. Geraldine Porio, the owner. Doug Snyder Train. Tim Tetrick, the 6, Southwind Spencer. Number 7 is Sinatra Hanover. Lances Racing, Alicia Hanners Trains. Austin Hanners, the 7, Sinatra Hanover. Number 8 is Gonna Be Legendary. Andy Rickard owns and trains. Jeremy Endoff, the 8, Gonna Be Legendary. And number 9, McHungry. Altmaier Wilder Racing, Hutchison Harness, David Wills and Jane Allred. Dan Altmaier Trains, Mike Wilder in the sulky, the 9, McHungry. Win, place, show, exacta try, 20-cent super, rolling double wagering. Don't be shut out. Wager now.
Fourth race coming up next. I'm here with Roger Houston, Hall of Famer, voice of the Meadows. Nice to have you back on the mic here for another race. Even money on the 5 Stingman. And yeah, again, another Adios day, beautiful day. And I know after this race, you're heading back downstairs. I'm sure you can't walk too far without running into somebody you know out there.
Yeah, I usually find a spot and sit and enjoy it. And it's a great feeling to see people that you haven't seen for a long time.
Well, and all those years, you were in the booth for the whole day. You didn't get to go talk to anybody on Adios Day.
Yeah, it's different. I'm glad to see a lot of cloud cover, though. Otherwise, temperatures would be rough. You remember 1985. You know, a lot of people talked about the fact that the Burke stable had 5 horses entered. No ways is that a record.
Lou Gaida.
Lou Gaida had 7 of an 11-horse field in 1985, including, of course, Annihilator. Annihilator won elimination, won the first heat. Marauder won the second heat. They scratched Annihilator because the temperature was 95 degrees and they didn't want to go another heat, third heat. So Marauder answered the call.
Well, you say you don't like handicapping, but I'm going to put you on the spot. So we only have a few seconds left. All right.
I already know who.
Okay, who's your Adios pick today?
Odds on Mr. Mamba.
You're going with Mr. Mamba. Okay.
Yes, yes.
All right.
No particular reason. Well, yes, I do. I'm very close to Melanie Wren.
Okay.
When she was her father was Bill Dieters, and he was one of the top trainers and drivers in Pompano Park way back in the 60s and when early 70s. And when Melanie was born, we were celebrating New Year's Eve at the Dieters residence in Coconut Creek, Florida, and I was able to hold Melanie, so I've known her entire
Literally,
life.
yeah.
So pulling for them.
Well, this is our 4th race of 16 today. 4th of 16 here at the Meadows. Plenty of more stake racing coming up. Field has reached the gate for the 4th race. Final check of the tote board. 4-5 on the 5 Stingman, 3-1 on the 1 Dancing Stranger, and 3-1 on the 3 Easy Breeze. One more time behind the mic today, Hall of Famer, the voice, Roger Houston.
Condition Pacers, Dancing Stranger, Blue Indigo, Easy Breeze, Watchmaker, Stingman, Southwind Spencer, Sinatra Hanover, Gonna Be Legendary, McHungry. The gate swings around the turn, and there they go. They're off off and pacing from the outside. McHungry in between horses. Stingman going for the lead as they race into the turn. Easy Breeze takes a seat second. Around the turn, Daring Stranger held position third, taking a seat. That's McHungry and Mike Wilder fourth. Racing fifth, Blue Indigo. As they race around the turn, Watchmaker is next, followed by Southwind Spencer as they race over to the first quarter mark. The opening quarter, 26-3, all in straight alignment as they pass the stand for the first time, coming to the 3/8 mark. Racing next comes Sinatra Hanover, treading the field, gonna be Legendary. No movement as yet to go after the leader, Stingman and Dave Pallone. 4 to 5 favorite, leads by a length and a half. Easy Breeze is there second. Racing third, that is Dancing Stranger. McHungry settles in fourth. They're by the half, 55-3, second panel in 29. Down the backside they go, going to the 5/8 mark. On top of the field with the lead, that's Stingman showing the way, length and a half. Right there, second is Easy Breeze. Out and moving on the outside. On the move with Dexter Dunn, Dancing Stranger. Racing fourth, starting to look for some daylight. McHungry moving on the outside fifth. Blue Indigo ready to go 3 wide for Ronnie Wren Jr. 3 quarters, 1:22-4. But into the lane they come. It is Stingman opening up with each and every stride. Battle's going to be for second and third. No doubt about this one. Dave Pallone, Stingman. Easy Breeze is second. Photo for a show between Blue Indigo and McHungry. The mile, 1:50-1.
And so it was the 2 horses that raced in the Adios eliminations last week, taking the top 2 spots here. Stingman over Easy Breeze. Bettors, that's exactly the direction they went. 4 to 5 on Stingman and 2 to 1 on Easy Breeze. Dave Pallone just knew where he wanted to be, quick half, and just no challengers here.
On a personal note, when I do announce at the Meadows, I probably am polling to a degree for Dave Pallone. When you stop and think how many races he's won, I've had the opportunity to call, 95% of those wins?
I'm sure, yeah.
And I think...
but also that includes his first. And,
yeah.
You got to see it all develop from the start.
Almost every milestone, almost every single milestone. We'd go up to Goshen, and he'd come up to drive in the Hall of Fame trot. And it was always a big pleasure when Dave would win or Dick Stillings would win. Even David Miller, because connected with all those individuals, Hall of Famers, and he's making the way to the winner's circle. This time, moving into the Hunter Myers winner's circle. Number 5, Stingman. Jack Pyatt III, Scott Krofcheck, Joseph Seaman, the owners, Rick Hercules, the winning trainer, Dave Pallone in the sulky. 3-year-old gelding, Perfect Sting out of Captiva. 150-1/5. Final half. 54-3. The final quarter. 28-2. This race, presented by the Christian Harness Horsemen's Association, and in the winner's circle, on behalf of the CHHA, Pastor Joe DiDonato in the winner's circle, making the presentation to Stingman, Rick Hercules, Dave Pallone in the fourth, 150-1/5. 5-3-2-9. 5-3-2-9. Official. 5329. 4 to 5, 2 to 1, 16 to 1, 30 to 1 for the fourth spot. Results are official. Number 5, Stingman, 360, 220, 210. The 3, Easy Breeze, $3, 240. The 2, Blue Indigo, 360. The 5-3 Exacta, 760. 5-3-2 Try, 42.20. 20-cent Super, 5329, $18.54. The double, 1-5, $157.20. Coming home fourth was McHungry. Complete order finish when available.
So we are through 4 races. This 5th race will be the first division today of the Pennsylvania Sire Stake, the Albatross Pennsylvania Sire 2-year-old colt and gelding pace. We've got 3 divisions, 45,163. The pick 5, if the 1 wins it, it is not covered. The 1, JK LMNOP, is not covered. You see some big possible payoffs coming up with that early pick 5. We will have a guaranteed pool on the pick 4 right here. So the pick 4 that starts in the 5th race is going to be guaranteed to $10,000, $10,000 guaranteed pool in the pick 4. We have 13 minutes, 13 till post for race number 5.
I just want to say one thing, Jeff. I appreciate the opportunity you give me to come back and call a couple races on Adios Day. It's well appreciated, and believe it or not, even though you call 185,000, each one is so important and means so much to me.
Well, Roger, I appreciate that, and you are welcome. We'll see you back here on Adios Day next year.
Don't forget, Lisbon.
I got it. Yeah, I'll be at Lisbon, Ohio. Deb Rush already stopped me and told me about that. Here, why don't you close out that 4th with the order finish here?
Here's your complete order finish, 4th race. Number 1, Dancing Stranger, 7. The 2, Blue Indigo, 3. The 3, Easy Breeze, 2. The 4, Watchmaker, 9. The 5, Stingman, the winner. The 6, Southwind Spencer, 5. The 7, Sinatra Hanover, 8. The 8, Gonna Be Legendary, 6. The 9, McHungry, 4. Top down, 7-3-2, 9-1-5, 8-6, 4 on the bottom. The mile, 150, 1/5.
Roger, I just need to know, is there anything else you want to say before you head out?
No, I just want to tell everybody, if there's a harness race near you, be there!
The voice, Roger Houston. We've got 12 minutes to go, 12 till post for race 5. Let's replay that 4th.
They're off and pacing from the outside. McHungry in between horses. Stingman going for the lead as they race into the turn. Easy Breeze takes a seat second. Around the turn, Daring Stranger held position 3rd. Taking a seat, that's McHungry and Mike Wilder 4th. Racing 5th, Blue Indigo. As they race around the turn, Watchmaker is next, followed by Southwind Spencer as they race over to the first quarter mark. The opening quarter, 26-3, all in straight alignment as they pass the stand of the first time, coming to the 3/8 mark. Racing next comes Sinatra Hanover, treading the field, Gonna Be Legendary. No movement as yet to go after the leader, Stingman and Dave Pallone. 4 to 5 favorite, leads by a length and a half. Easy Breeze is there second. Racing 3rd, that is Dancing Stranger. McHungry settles in 4th. They're by the half, 55-3, second panel in 29. Down the backside they go, going to the 5/8 mark. On top of the field with the lead, that's Stingman showing the way, length and a half. Right there, second is Easy Breeze, out and moving on the outside. On the move with Dexter Dunn, Dancing Stranger. Racing 4, starting to look for some daylight. McHungry moving on the outside 5th. Blue Indigo ready to go 3 wide for Ronnie Wren Jr. 3/4, 122 and 4. But into the lane they come. It is Stingman opening up with each and every stride. Battle's going to be for 2nd and 3rd. No doubt about this one. Dave Pallone, Stingman. Easy Breeze is 2nd. Photo for show between Blue Indigo and McHungry. The mile, 150 and 1.
And so we've got 10 minutes on the board, 10 till post for our 5th race, first division of the Albatross. At this time, we'd like to call your attention to the winner's circle. Every year, the Meadows Standardbred Owners Association and a wonderful group of partners work together to provide scholarships for members of the harness racing community, their children, so that they can advance their education. The 2026 Meadows Standardbred Owners Association scholarship recipients are in the winner's circle. The Meadows Standardbred Owners Association would like to commend their hard work, dedication, and commitment that has earned this group a well-deserved recognition, and we're here today to proudly celebrate their achievements. A heartfelt thank you goes out from the MSOA to their incredibly generous donors. Their continued support and investment in the future of these students make this scholarship program possible every year, and because of that generosity, they're able to help the next generation pursue their educational goals and build successful futures. Congratulations to our scholarship winners. Winner of a $10,000 Bob Key Memorial Scholarship, Ryan Keith. A $10,000 Bob Key Memorial Scholarship to Owen McMullen. $10,000 Bob Key Memorial Scholarship, Lexi Twaddle. $7,400 Green Shoe Hanover Shoe Farms Scholarship to Avery O'Sullivan. $5,000 Meadows Standardbred Owners Association Board of Directors Scholarship to Parker Twaddle. $5,000 Burke Racing Scholarship, Alana Pallone. $5,000 Burke Racing Scholarship, Ambry Zent. $5,000 scholarship in memory of Mickey Burke Sr. goes to Andrew Collins. A $3,800 Winback Farm Heston Blue Chip Scholarship to Gracie Sokol. $2,500 Amulet Rehabilitation and Conditioning Scholarship to Parker Twaddle. A $1,000 scholarship from Hollywood Casino at the Meadows goes to Kira Soleski. $5,000 Ron and Diane Burke Scholarship to Lexi Twaddle. And a $1,000 Ron and Diane Burke Scholarship to Athena Sutton. Congratulations to all of those that have earned these scholarships, courtesy of the Meadows Standardbred Owners Association and their partners. We've got 6 minutes on the board, 6 till post for our 5th of the afternoon. Get back to our stakes here. This is the Albatross Pennsylvania Sire 2-year-old Colt Pace, $45,163 on the line. We've got a guaranteed pool here of $10,000 in the pick 4, so guaranteeing this pick 4 pool to $10,000. As Ronnie Wren was named on the 1 and the 7. He goes to the 1, JK LMNOP. This one drawing the inside post off a 3rd place effort. I'm going to the 6 Mascarpone, 2nd and 51-1 in the career debut. Now that was at Mohawk, different size track, more of a longer stretch, so less of that was in the turn. So it's really hard to read some of those lines. But Mike Proposi, you know a lot more about Mohawk. When you see a 51-1 line at Mohawk, and then you also see a 51-2 out of Crunch Style at the Meadowlands, and then you see JK LMNOP who pays 53-1 here. How do you equate those times?
Well, Mascarpone, that was the first start for that horse. And a 51-1 at Mohawk is a very quick mile. I think I would look at that as the fastest on the page here, because you see some fast miles at Mohawk, but I mean, for a 2-year-old first-timer there, and we're going to see the horse that won that race in race number 11 for Dr. Ian Moore, I would say that that's the quickest mile on the page, and usually horses tend to improve second start. Now, a different configuration here. The horse is going to have to navigate that, but the other ones are quick. I think this one is the quickest. But you can see on the board here, there's a lot of money coming for different horses.
Mike, you're supposed to talk longer when I've got cookies up here.
I didn't see him with the cookie.
I'm sitting here trying to eat a cookie. Just need you to talk a little more so I can enjoy it, but nope, you just ruined that for me.
We could bet Brookie Cookie, because the horse is in the race. I mean, that's the ultimate.
That's the hunch play. Or we could just make fun of Kevin for not going along with the pick of the rest of us here.
Kevin still no headset again.
This race is brought to you by the Great Lakes Amateur Driving Association, the GLADA Great Lakes Amateur Driving Association, sponsoring this, our 5th race. Here's your group of winners that need to report to the promotions table. Sherry Petrus, Fred Malloy, Carol Pop, Craig Sipple, and Lloyd Pruitt. Sherry Petrus, Fred Malloy, Carol Pop, Craig Sipple, and Lloyd Pruitt, please report back to the promotions table. Let's send it downstairs to Ashley and Kevin.
Thanks, Jeff. I do love that Mike gets all his shots in whenever my mic's not on and I'm unable to defend myself, but that's fine. I'll try to defend it with Stonebridge Blitz. I'm at 4.623 here. I thought Stonebridge Blitz was very sharp in his first career effort. Just following along, paced a mile 52-1, home in 27-2. That's the type of mile that I love to see first out, and one that I think is going to provide a big jump in start number 2. Thought we were going to get a bit of a price. He opened second choice. Right now, still your second choice at 3-1. I expect Mascarpone to potentially go off odds on here at 4-5. That was very sharp. Also, thank you, Jeff, for ignoring the fact that I handicapped Mohawk Park for DRF, but that's okay. Those 2 Dockmore horses were very sharp in Mascarpone and Shalom Hanover, which we'll see later, but I'll try to play against with Stonebridge Blitz. Ashley.
Yeah, so I think this really is going to have a hot pace in this race up front. And I think it really does favor to a closer like Crunch Style. And with Ridge Warren and the bike, the past couple wins at Pocono, I think I'm going to put him on top and really go against the grain, you two guys, and go 2-6-5.
5-1 is actually a pretty good price on Crunch Style, and considering how good he was, and that was just his second career start, 3 back at Pocono. Came up short last time at the Meadowlands, but was involved in a hot pace. They went to the half in 55-1. He could be a potential first over blitz move here, and right now at 5-1, in a pretty wide open race is what is shaping up to me. He could be a standout colt in here, this 2-year-old from Captain Crunch. But it looks like a wide open betting board here. Lots of different opinions, but your 8-5 favorite holding at the moment is Mascarpone.
Thank you, Ashley and Kevin. We've got 2 minutes on the board, 2 till post for race 5. I know you are curious about the stakes record. I know Kevin is.
Always.
Kevin always wants to know about the stakes record, and as soon as I can get that file open on my computer, I'll be happy to tell you. There it is. The Albatross Stakes record was set in 2016. Fear the Dragon, David Miller, won 50 3/5.
Ooh, that's quick.
Track record for the 2-year-old pacing colts. 149 2 for a colt, 150 2/5 for a gelding. 50 and change is not out of the question today with some of these horses.
The track's not super fast so far, though. It's cooler, not like last year.
Last year was a little warmer,
Yeah.
just to ask Ashley.
Yeah.
She had to sit outside all day.
I think she just got her last IV.
Yeah. I think she can hear us, too.
Yeah.
She's got she's nodding her head down there. Yeah, she can hear us. Oops. We were hoping she took the headset off, wasn't listening to us. Horses are getting ready to come out of the paddock for the 5th race. Again, this guaranteed pool, it's a pick 4, and it's $10,000. Wager now on this pick 4. Great opportunity here, races 5, 6, 7, and 8. Our first pick 4 of the afternoon. Horses are on the track and parading the post for the 5th race. Pennsylvania Sire Stake, 2-year-old colt pacers, the Albatross. This is the first of 3 divisions. The purse, $45,163. Number 1 is JK LMNOP. Owned by the Burke Racing Stable, Weaver Buscemi LLC, Libby and Purnell, and Jim Zito. Ron Burke, the trainer. The driver is Ronnie Wren. Number 2 is Crunch Style, owned by the Cano Racing Stable and Ernie Davis LLC. Juan Cano is the trainer. The driver, Ridge Warren. Number 3 is American Lou, owned by the Engblom Farm and Daniel Serafian. Peter Engblom is the trainer. The driver is Andrew McCarthy. Number 4, Stonebridge Blitz, owned by the Burke Racing Stable. Larry Carr, Michael Rosenthal, and Frank Baldacchino. Ron Burke, the trainer. The driver is Yannick Gingras. 5 is Brookie Cookie, owned by Morrison Racing Stables. Travis Alexander trains. Tim Tetrick at the lines. Number 6 is Mascarpone, owned by the Mascarpone Stable. Ian Moore, the trainer. The driver, James McDonald. Number 7 is Hard 4, owned by Ryan Smith. Vernon Beachy trains with Dexter Dunn. Exacta, Trifecta, Superfecta, double, and pick 4 wagering on race 5. Wager now on this pick 4 guaranteed pool of $10,000.
About 7,000 in that pick 4 currently. On our way to 10,000, I would imagine we shall get there for this. And this is a good sequence, actually, especially this 2-year-old race is coming up very wide open. You have another 2-year-old race in race number 6, and then I think race number 7 today is probably the second most race that I'm looking forward to seeing. You have some really sharp 2-year-olds in there. You have Atomics Hanover, Hungry Marco, Eastie Boy, of course, brother to Blueprint. That looks like a phenomenal race in race number 7. And then race 8 is the overnight race that has 9 horses and is extremely wide open also. So you can jump into this pick 4 here with a $10,000 guaranteed pool. The 6 Mascarpone, this one 4 to 5 now. Money starting to come. And when Dr. Ian Moore usually ships these horses, they're ready to roll in these stakes races. The speed first time out, 51 and 1 mile, and just ran into one a little bit tougher. We're going to see that one, of course, later in the card. Take note if this one maybe doesn't race quite as well. You could always downgrade Shalom Hanover that's in race number 11. Others can win here, though, and not sure if Kevin is on the mic here, but I'd like to get his thoughts on this odds board here because I know he likes Stonebridge Blitz. Right now, 9-2 on the board, Kevin, and off a 12-1 morning line, but I think you thought that would come down.
Yeah, I think so. And considering how he was bet first time out, a lot of people are going to flood towards Burke today, but just how consistent he was first time out, he's progressing nicely, and I think a fair second choice. I didn't think it was going to be maybe a strong second choice because I think Crunch Style deserves a look, and Brookie Cookie with potential early speed deserves a look too. But I expected him to get bet down.
I was talking to Derek Gibner. He's obviously new Hall of Famer, so it's nice to see Derek out here at the racetrack, and he likes Stonebridge Blitz also, so it made me take a second look. He saw this horse qualifying at Gateway and said that he was impressed. So when he gives me one, especially with 2-year-olds, he watches all the 2-year-old races, the 2-year-old qualifiers. You have to take notice. So interesting, a little seal of approval there for your pick on Stonebridge Blitz.
Yeah, we'll take it. But when I give you one, you're quick to dismiss it. But
never.
we had to get a Hall of Famer to back it down there for you to appreciate it a little bit, maybe.
Others taking money, the 2 Crunch Style comes out of a fast race also. I mean, that was a 50 and 2 mile at the Meadowlands on July the 18th. Now, this one was 3 to 5 in that spot, ended up fading to 3rd, but quick fractions, fast mile, some more experience. This one has 2 wins already, Kevin.
Yeah, and they're over 5/8 too, and he could just be a sort that's more suited towards 5/8 tracks, and we could see a lot of early speed from him. He's definitely shown it, but like I mentioned, 3 back when he won at 3 to 2. That was a big first over move that he put on to go win by 4 1/4. So he looks like a versatile type that could benefit if others get hot early.
Ashley, the gate's rolling. Looking at the board here, if you were playing, who would you bet?
I am going the 2.
Okay, 6 to 1. Great value on Ashley's pick, Crunch Style, and you're certainly getting value. I mean, this horse was 1 to 2 and 3 to 5. currently on the last 2 starts. So a great value for Ashley's pick. The gate is rolling. We'll send it to Jeff. This is a nice race, Jeff. 2-year-olds, they should be flying.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah, this is your final call for wagering on this pick 4. Field moving behind the gate for the first of 3 divisions today of the Albatross. This is a Pennsylvania sire stake for 2-year-old pacing colts. 45,000 plus on the line. It's a field of 7. Last look at the tote board. The 3 to 5 choice is the 6, Mascarpone. It's post time. Pennsylvania sired freshman colt pacers behind the gate for the 5th. And they're off. That's the 2, Crunch Style, stepping out with the 4, Stonebridge Blitz. The inside, the 1, JK LMNOP. 4th on the outside is the 6, Mascarpone. Away 5th into that first turn is American Lou. Racing 6th, that's Brookie Cookie, and the trailer is Hard 4. By the 8th pole and around the first turn, Crunch Style, Ridge Warren, they've got the lead, but Stonebridge Blitz trying to back off. It's challenging early now, will back off and drop in second very reluctantly as they get to the quarter in a quick 26 and 4. Coming past the grandstand for the first time, it's Crunch Style with the lead. Racing second is Stonebridge Blitz, firing from 4th, now 3rd, now 2nd. Here comes Mascarpone. Mascarpone, James McDonald, they want the front, they're going to take the lead. Crunch Styles back to 2nd, racing 3rd is Stonebridge Blitz. JK LMNOP is 4th, racing 5th is American Lou. Around the turn in 6th, it's Brookie Cookie, and the trailer is Hard 4. They cover the half in 55 and 1/5, 28 and 2 second quarter. Straightening out down the backstretch, the even money choice, Mascarpone leads the way. Racing second is Crunch Style. To the outside, JK LMNOP makes the move from 4th, now 3rd, moving up. Racing 4th to the inside is Stonebridge Blitz. American Lou moves to the outside. He's 5th. Racing in 6th is Brookie Cookie. Hard 4 comes to the outside and is setting sail 3 wide as they go into the turn for the 3 quarters. 123 for 3 quarters. Around the final turn, Mascarpone tries to step away. Crunch Style has a length and a half to make up. 3 deep in closing is Hard 4 trying to squeeze to the outside. Here comes Stonebridge Blitz. Also to the outside, Crunch Style, top of the stretch. They turn for home. They're coming from everywhere trying to get to Mascarpone, who still has the lead. Hard 4 trying to circle from the back through the stretch. On the inside, Stonebridge Blitz. It's Mascarpone. Hard 4 on the outside. Mascarpone goes the distance, close for place 151 and 4. Mascarpone was up to the challenge. How about the last half from Hard 4? I think he's going to end up settling for 3rd, though. I don't think he quite got into the top 2. He loomed large coming off the turn. I thought the 7 was a winner. Watch all the action, though, Mike. The 2 and the 4 were trying to get some space there.
Yeah, Stonebridge Blitz, really, he had some trouble in this race, and he might have been best, honestly, and just struggled for room. You're right about Hard 4 also. Flew from the back. It was launched from the back 3 wide to be in that photo for place. But James McDonald had them under control and took them to the top early and was able to hang together and honestly looked very well within himself. I think he has a pretty exciting future this year for Dr. Ian Moore. So 6 in a photo.
Mascarpone off at even money gets the victory. In race number 5, first of our Albatross Pennsylvania Sire Stake divisions today. Your attention, please. The photo finish camera could not separate the 4 and the 7. We have a dead heat for place. Dead heat for place between the 4 Stonebridge Blitz and the 7 Hard 4. We will have multiple payoffs in the exactas, the trifectas, and the superfecta. So dead heat for place between the 4 Stonebridge Blitz and the 7 Hard 4. There is your winner back in front of the stands at this time, number 6 Mascarpone, owned by the Mascarpone Stable of Ontario. Dr. Ian Moore gets the training victory. James McDonald with his 3rd winning drive at the Meadows this season. Mascarpone, 2-year-old colt by Stay Hungry, gets his 1st career win in his 2nd lifetime start, scoring today in a time of 1:51 and 4/5, winning this Pennsylvania Sire Stake into the winner's circle. Trophy presentation. Presenting is our Director of Player Development here at Hollywood Casino at the Meadows, Steve Hartman. Mascarpone gets the victory again. Dead heat for place between the 4 and the 7. So there will be a lot of payoffs coming up here for this 5th race. The 2 Crunch Style was 4th. Payoffs in the 5th. Number 6 Mascarpone wins. It pays $4, $260 and $240. Number 4 Stonebridge Blitz, $240, $280. Number 7 Hard 4, $860 to place and $560 to show. Again, it was a dead heat for place between the 4 and the 7. The exacta 6-4 pays $8. The exacta 6-7, $34.20. 6-4-7 in the try at $78.40. 6-7-4, $203. Superfecta 6-4-7-2 pays $19.60. 6-7-4-2, $40.76. The double pays $7.40. And the pick 5, $2,230. You need all 5 in that early pick 5. Number 2 Crunch Style finished 4th. Number 5 Brookie Cookie was 5th. The 1 JK LMNOP was 6th. And number 3 American Lou was 7th. From the top down, it's 6-4-7, 2 dead heat, 5-1 and 2 dead heat on the bottom of the mile 1, 51 and 4/5. We've got 9 minutes to go, 9 till post for our 6th race. Pennsylvania Stallion Series Colt Pacers. Please note that number 4 Nice and Hungry is adding Lasix for the first time. The 6 country record should be listed as a gelding. 9 till post, your double will pays. It's close, but it's the 7 Sassinator at $8.20, followed by the 2 Grand Line Station at $9.20. Let's replay race number 5. And they're off. That's the 2 Crunch Style stepping out with the 4 Stonebridge Blitz. The inside, the 1 JK LMNOP. 4th on the outside is the 6 Mascarpone. Away 5th into that first turn is American Lou. Racing 6th, that's Brookie Cookie, and the trailer is Hard 4. By the 8th pole and around the first turn, Crunch Style, Ridge Warren, they've got the lead, but Stonebridge Blitz trying to back off. It's challenging early now, will back off and drop in second very reluctantly as they get to the quarter in a quick 26 and 4. Coming past the grandstand for the first time, it's Crunch Style with the lead. Racing second is Stonebridge Blitz, firing from fourth, now third, now second. Here comes Mascarpone. Mascarpone, James McDonald, they want the front. They're going to take the lead. Crunch Styles back to second. Racing third is Stonebridge Blitz. JK LMNOP is fourth. Racing fifth is American Lou. Around the turn in sixth, it's Brookie Cookie, and the trailer is Hard 4. They cover the half in 55 and 1/5, 28 and 2 second quarter. Straightening out down the backstretch, the even money choice, Mascarpone leads the way. Racing second is Crunch Style. To the outside, JK LMNOP makes the move from fourth, now third, moving up. Racing fourth to the inside is Stonebridge Blitz. American Lou moves to the outside. He's fifth. Racing in sixth is Brookie Cookie. Hard 4 comes to the outside and is setting sail 3 wide as they go into the turn for the 3 quarters. 123 for 3 quarters. Around the final turn, Mascarpone tries to step away. Crunch Style has a length and a half to make up. 3 deep in closing is Hard 4 trying to squeeze to the outside. Here comes Stonebridge Blitz. Also to the outside, Crunch Style, top of the stretch. They turn for home. They're coming from everywhere trying to get to Mascarpone, who still has the lead. Hard 4 trying to circle from the back through the stretch. On the inside, Stonebridge Blitz. It's Mascarpone. Hard 4 on the outside. Mascarpone goes the distance, close for place 151 and 4. We've got 6 minutes on the board, 6 till post for our 6th race of the afternoon. This is the Pennsylvania Stallion Series, second of 4 divisions. So 4 divisions of the Stallion Series. This is just the second. We've got a ton of stake races to come here today at Hollywood Casino at the Meadows. Of course, the Grade 3 Adios Volo races 14-15. The Grade 1 Delvin Miller Adios Pace for the Orcas, presented by First Bets, coming up as race 16. $420,000 on the line for that race today. So, again, over $900,000 in purse money throughout the card today. We've got a lot going on, a lot more races yet to come. We are only 5 races of our 16 completed at this point, so race 6 is coming up right here. So let's set up this 6th race. Pennsylvania Stallion Series Colt Pacers going for $20,000 in purse money. First Lasix for the 4 Nice and Hungry. Morning line to the 7 Assassinator, Jim King trainee. Tim Tetrick, the driver, comes off a 154 victory in the most recent start. He's a Poppy Rob Hanover. I'm going to go 7-2-1-4. 7-2-1-4. Mike says 7-1-2-3. Kevin 7-1-2-5. We'll get their thoughts on this race coming up shortly. This 6th race, our sponsor is Saxton and Stump, lawyers and consultants. I'd like to thank Saxton and Stump and all of our sponsors this weekend here at Hollywood Casino at the Meadows. 4 minutes to go, 4 till post. Mike, I read your selections, just gave them some numbers, but now you can defend them a bit.
Oh, good. I like defending. I went with the favorite here, but he's not the favorite right now. Assassinator, 8-5 morning line, but 3-1 currently on the board. That's Tim Tetrick driving. He owns this one with Jim King and Joanne Looney King, and of course they've had plenty of stellar horses over the years. So first time out, this one flew from the back, 27-3 final quarter, and these 2-year-olds that can pass horses in this stretch, especially first time out, that's a lot of times those 2-year-old races you don't see a lot of passing. Well, Assassinator was able to come from 4th and win well with a 27-3 kick. So lots of talent there. Does have to overcome the post here, so that is a little bit tricky. There's others in here too. I mean, you have the Burke contingent on the inside, Blue-Eyed Stranger. This one, a tall, dark Stranger here. 2 starts, a couple checks so far, and tried one of the Arden Downs races last week and ended up 3rd. Let's go to Kevin and Ashley down on the track and get their thoughts.
Mike, thank you. It's sixth race here. Assassinator, also my selection. I'm at 7-1-2-5 right now. Took a big chunk of money there as he goes down to 8-5 favoritism. I like, as Mike said, 2-year-olds that take air on the outside and that are able to pass horses. That's also why I gravitated towards Assassinator. It's hard. It's not often that we see Tetrick and Jim King horses not go towards the front, and I think he'll be forced to do so with an outside post. I think he takes down the Burke contingent here, though it is a little bit more wide open as we'll get into later. Ashley.
So I love Assassinator too. I think he just needs an average beginning to roll on by. If you're in the pick 4, this is where I'm going to single him. I think you save your money on some of these tougher legs of the pick 4 coming up, but I think Assassinator is going to end up on top. My picks are 7-2-1-4.
Definitely a couple interesting ones with those Burke contingent. Maybe just horses that are one move speed types. We haven't seen as much out of them yet. And I don't mind Keystone Carnegie here. Getting a driver change to Scott Zeron. Finished behind Kurt in those last 2 efforts at the fair, and we saw him come back to finish a good second. So maybe watch out for him too. A wide open race, but the public settling in on Assassinator.
The fair horses so far today, a couple second place finishes, both at big prices. So we'll keep an eye on Keystone Carnegie. Also here, as Kevin suggested, in 5-1. So live on the board. And, you know, I like Scott Zeron. He is by far my favorite driver. I do think the top driver in the sport to my eye. Scott Zeron driver switch here. Coming out of the fairs, you get 5-1 currently on Keystone Carnegie. 1 minute to post, and we're not quite heading out to the track, but it looks like very soon they should be coming out. 7-5 right now on your favorite Assassinator.
Horses are coming onto the track for the 6th race. Pennsylvania Stallion Series Colt Pacers for a purse of $20,000. Number 1 is Blue Eyed Stranger. Owned by Thomas and Scott Dillon. Ron Burke, the trainer. The driver is Yannick Gingras. Number 2 is Grand Line Station. Under the Burke Racing Stable, Weaver Buscemi LLC, Libby and Purnell, and Knox Services. Ron Burke trains driver Ronnie Wren. Number 3 is Fast Crunch. Owned by David Bellantonio. Steve Walters is the trainer, the driver Justin Walters. 4, Nice and Hungry, owned by Tim Betts. Scott Betts, the trainer, the driver Mike Wilder. 5 is Keystone Carnegie, owned by Todd Shadle, John Egloff, Max Hempt, and Moshgat Patel stable. Todd Shadle is the trainer, the driver Scott Zeron. 6 is Country Record, owned by the R3 Sons stable and the Stratton stable. Corey Stratton trains and drives. Completing the field, number 7, Assassinator, owned by Tim Tetrick LLC and Joanne Looney King. Jim King, the trainer, the driver, Tim Tetrick. Exacta, trifecta, superfecta. Double wagering on race 6. Wager now. Our 6th race favorite right now, the 7 Assassinator. Tim Tetrick owns part of this one, does the driving, and boy, how many times have Tim and the Jim King stable teamed over the years with some fantastic horses.
Absolutely, and Kevin, what's your thoughts on the board here? 7-5 on Assassinator. I thought would be a little lower, and may end up lower in this spot, but others, especially these Burke horses, are taking money.
That's really no surprise to me. I think getting morning line value on Assassinator is fine. I think the lowest he jumps down is probably even money, but then that makes someone, I think, like Blue Eyed Stranger more enticing because he showed some good gate speed 2 back. If he can get away from the rail decently, he could sit a pocket and actually be an overlay here. Right now, 7-2, so we're not there yet on this Ron Burke trainee with Yannick Gingras driving. Unfortunately, Yannick could not get home in the last race, but taking some significant support here.
Yeah, and this one had the rail last time, so fine. There is a lot of speed in this race, though. I do think it might be difficult to get away from that spot. We'll see. It is 2-year-olds also.
Yeah, and it's interesting because we don't really see like a true closer here, someone that could really take advantage of it, or at least they haven't shown us yet. These are 2-year-olds, most of them with 1 or 2 starts on their card in their lifetime, so maybe some new dimensions shown from this Burke duo from the inside, and maybe Sassinator is just too good for them and blows them all off their feet. We'll see.
There's no extreme long shot in here. Fast Crunch, we mentioned the fair horses. This one shows up from a fair with a win, first time out. So right now, 22-1. Any thoughts there?
A bit of an unknown. Certainly qualified nicely over at Vernon. I think needs to drop significant time, though, if he wants to be a factor.
Nice and Hungry, the 4, 12-1 currently. A 1 start for the Scott Betts stable. 28-1 kick home. Just maybe needs to find a little more.
Yeah, I think he does, but it wasn't a bad mile against Dujo, and there was a fast final quarter that he was able to hang with in that career debut. So if he steps forward, he could get a piece.
Well, Ashley, back to you. I'd like to get your thoughts. You have a good sense of the odds currently. Where are you going to go?
I'm sticking with my 7-2-1-4. I feel pretty confident and I'm ready to go.
6-5 now on Sassinator, and
didn't talk much about Country Record, Mikey, but he's down there at 10-1. What are your thoughts on him?
I like the barn. I mean, Corey Stratton always very sharp with his horses. The fact that he ships in here is always something that you have to pay attention to. And you're right, taking money, 10-1 on the board here. This horse was 138-1 first time out. So obviously, there's a different impression for this race.
Certainly helps there's a short field, obviously. You know, the money has to go somewhere, but the fact that he was such a high price first time out and now is only 11-1, I think that says a little bit of something.
Circling the turn, the gate is rolling towards the starts. 4-5 now on Sassinator, and I do think could go a little bit lower here. Tim Tetrick looking to get his driver's check and maybe a little owner's check as well in race number 6. Going for 20,000 PA Stallion Series, and Jeff will take us with the call.
Final call for wagering on our 6th race. They are at the gate. Even money on the 7 Sassinator. 3-1 on the 2 Grand Line Station. 7-2 on the 1 Blue Eyed Stranger. Your 6th race field set to go. Pennsylvania Stallion Series, Colt Pacers. Colt Pacers on gate, race 6. And they're off. Going for the front, the 5, Keystone Carnegie with the 6 Country Record to the inside, the 2 Grand Line Station. But trying to hold position along the rail is the 1 Blue Eyed Stranger. Getting away 5th, the 3 Fast Crunch. Next in 6th, it's Sassinator, and the early trailer is Nice and Hungry. By the 8th pole and through the first turn, Ronnie Wren has put Grand Line Station on the front. Blue Eyed Stranger is 2nd, racing 3rd. It's Keystone Carnegie. Country Record is backed off to drop in 4th as they get to the quarter in a fast 27 and 2/5 seconds. Coming past the grandstand for the first time, Grand Line Station leads it. His stablemate, Blue Eyed Stranger, right on the bumper in 2nd. A couple of lengths back to Keystone Carnegie in 3rd. Country Record is 4th, followed by Fast Crunch, Sassinator, and Nice and Hungry. Into the turn, they head for the halfway point. It's Grand Line Station leading the way. Blue Eyed Stranger sits the inside trip in 2nd. Then it's Keystone Carnegie 3rd. Long Shot Country Record sits 4th as they reach the half in 56-1. The backstretch 5th is Fast Crunch. Racing in 6th. That's the favorite, Sassinator, yet to move. And the trailer is nice and hungry. Now Assassinator makes his move to the outside. Has some work to do as they have less than 3/8 of a mile to go. Grand Line Station getting things all his way up top. Blue-Eyed Stranger staying with him second. Keystone Carnegie still has some ground to make up in third. Assassinator is gaining ground quickly. He's fourth on the outside. Country Record is fifth. Fast Crunch to the outside, 6 3/4 and 124. Around the final turn, pull in the pocket. Here comes Blue-Eyed Stranger. He's going at Grand Line Station for the lead. Assassinator is in play now. He's third on the outside. Top of the stretch, they turn for home. Blue-Eyed Stranger has grabbed the lead. Grand Line Station yields. Racing on the outside, Assassinator, but through the stretch, it's Blue-Eyed Stranger. Assassinator cruises into second, but Blue-Eyed Stranger gets the win in 1:51 and 4. 51 and 4/5 quick mile there, and that will be a new stakes record in the Stallion Series. 51 and 4 big mile.
Big mile, perfect trip, perfect drive, Blue-Eyed Stranger, and had the stablemates carry this one to the stretch. And as soon as Yannick popped, instant acceleration. And Assassinator really kind of took his time in the back and rated. He grinded first up, but just a little too much to do. And then you get the winner with a perfect trip. That is difficult to overcome. So Blue-Eyed Stranger, perfect trip, perfect drive, and a 5-2 winner in record time. Race number 6.
(1:7.23) is on the board. 1:7.2 over the 3 in the 6th race. 51 and 4 stakes record for the Pennsylvania Stallion Series. The official winner of the 6th race is back in front of the grandstand, the one Blue-Eyed Stranger, owned by Thomas and Scott Dillon of Anson, Maine. Ron Burke with his 3rd training win of the afternoon. Yannick Gingras with the winning drive. Blue-Eyed Stranger, 2-year-old colt by Tall Dark Stranger, gets the first career victory. Sets a new stakes record in the Pennsylvania Stallion Series, scoring in 1:51 and 4/5. Payoffs coming in for the 6th race. It is official. 1:7.23. Race 6 is official, the one Blue-Eyed Stranger, $7.60, $3, $2.10. Number 7, Assassinator, $2.60 and $2.10. Number 2, Grand Line Station, $2.10 to show. 1.7 exacta, good for $20 even. 1.72 in the tri-pace, $31.20. Superfecta, $11.52. Double 6 and 1 pace, $20.80. Finishing 4th was the 3, Fast Crunch. Number 5, Keystone Carnegie was 5th. Number 6, Country Record was 6th. Number 4, Nice and Hungry was 7th. Top down 134, 756, and 2 on the bottom. The mile 1:51 and 4/5. Our 7th race is up in 9 minutes. 9 till post for the 7th of the afternoon. 2nd division of the Albatross Pennsylvania Sire Stake, going for a purse of $45,163. There are no changes in this 7th race. Your double will pay is wrapping up here. Favor of the one, Atomics Hanover at $17.60. This should be a good one. We'll see what the board ends up at. But right now, the favorite on the win board is the 3 well, this is going to give me trouble. Starstruck Dreamer. It's going to be a fun one. 9 till post. Let's replay race 6. And they're off. Going for the front, the 5, Keystone Carnegie with the 6 country record to the inside, the 2 Grand Line Station. But trying to hold position along the rail is the 1 Blue Eyed Stranger. Getting away 5th, the 3 Fast Crunch. Next in 6th, it's Assassinator, and the early trailer is Nice and Hungry. By the 8th pole and through the first turn, Ronnie Wren has put Grand Line Station on the front. Blue Eyed Stranger is 2nd, racing 3rd. It's Keystone Carnegie. Country record is backed off to drop in 4th as they get to the quarter in a fast 27 and 2/5 seconds. Coming past the grandstand for the first time, Grand Line Station leads it. His stablemate, Blue Eyed Stranger, right on the bumper in 2nd. A couple of lengths back to Keystone Carnegie in 3rd. Country record is 4th, followed by Fast Crunch, Assassinator, and Nice and Hungry. Into the turn, they head for the halfway point. It's Grand Line Station leading the way. Blue Eyed Stranger sits the inside trip in 2nd. Then it's Keystone Carnegie 3rd. Long Shot Country record sits 4th as they reach the half in 56 and 1. The backstretch 5th is Fast Crunch. Racing in 6th, that's the favorite, Assassinator, yet to move. And the trailer is Nice and Hungry. Now Assassinator makes his move to the outside. Has some work to do as they have less than 3/8 of a mile to go. Grand Line Station getting things all his way up top. Blue Eyed Stranger staying with him 2nd. Keystone Carnegie still has some ground to make up in 3rd. Assassinator is gaining ground quickly. He's 4th on the outside. Country record is 5th. Fast Crunch to the outside, 6 3/4 and 124. Around the final turn, pull in the pocket. Here comes Blue Eyed Stranger. He's going at Grand Line Station for the lead. Assassinator is in play now. He's 3rd on the outside. Top of the stretch, they turn for home. Blue Eyed Stranger has grabbed the lead. Grand Line Station yields. Racing on the outside is Assassinator, but through the stretch, it's Blue Eyed Stranger. Assassinator cruises into 2nd, but Blue Eyed Stranger gets the win in 1:50, 1 and 4. Six races down. We've got 10 more to go here on Adios Day. Our 7th race is up in 7 minutes. Those are the 5th race payoffs. Anyway, we are through 6. 7th race is the 2nd division of the Pennsylvania Sire Stake. 2-year-old Colt Pace purse, $45,163. There's your 6th race payoffs. Blue Eyed Stranger paid $760 for that win ticket. This one, we've got a morning line of the 3 Starstruck Dreamer. Noel Daly trainee is 1 for 1, but that was in a straight condition event at the Meadowlands. But what stands out is that 25 and 4 final quarter. Now, again, that was on a straightaway. But he's shown speed. Atomics Hanover has shown high speed. Hungry Marco has shown speed. And Easty Boy has shown speed. So has Dujo. There are a lot of different ways this race could go. I've got to go to Atomics Hanover until he loses. What I saw that first day, June 27th, when he raced and he came home in 54 and 3 in his first lifetime start. I am picking this horse until he gives me a reason not to. And he's 3 for 3. Now, Mike, you went the other way. The breeding of Easty Boy certainly makes a big difference here. We'll get your thoughts on this 7th race in just a few moments. Our 7th race is brought to you by Dowd's Furniture. Check out dowdsfurniture.com, Dowds of Plumville and Greensburg.
From furniture to flooring, mattresses to accessories, you'll save big at Dowd's. Dowd's showrooms are filled with furnishings from America's finest manufacturers. You can save thousands on Dowd's floor samples and receive incredible savings on custom orders. Whether you're looking to furnish one room or your entire home, right now it's all on sale at Dowd's. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
Five minutes to race 7, and this race is one of the races that I'm most excited about today. PA Sire Stakes, 2-year-olds, and Kevin and Ashley with me also here. I went to Easty Boy, He's 5-1 right now. Little brother to a Blueprint, and we know how fantastic Blueprint was, especially over this racetrack. And I thought showed extreme talent last time with a nice trip, and was a perfect trip winner at 3-5. I think that we're going to head to the winner's circle.
At this time, we call your attention to the winner's circle with the singing of God Bless America from our Human Resources Department, Vinny Romano.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, from the oceans white with foam, God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
And we have 2 minutes to go. 2 on the board for our 7th race, 2nd division of this Pennsylvania Sire State Colt Pace. 6-1-2-3 for Mike, 6-2-1-3 for Kevin. I've got 1-6-2-7. You're seeing a lot of 1s and 6s out there. Betting board right now, though, is favoring the morning line choice. Well, now it just shifted. It is the 1 Atomics Hanover, but the 3 Starstruck Dreamer getting a considerable amount of play here at 5-2, but he is rising. Pretty good board, though, overall. You got a lot of horses between 6-1 and 10-1 right now.
It's a great board. It's a great race. It's going to be very exciting to see how these 2-year-olds shake up with each other. And I was talking to Johnny Rallis. He's in town to do the CBS broadcast. He's obviously a fantastic handicapper. He likes the 3 Starstruck Dreamer, and he said that this colt is very fast. That 25-4 really sticks off the page. Now, that was at the Meadowlands. And I asked him, I said, do you think he can handle this racetrack? And he said he should have no problem. So add that horse. I haven't picked 4th, but he is moving up my picks with the John Rallis seal of approval here. Kevin, your thoughts?
Last time we got a seal of approval, we didn't get the best drive, so we'll hope for that this time. A bit concerned with our top pick here, Mikey, Easty Boy. A bit cold in the doubles, a bit cold on the board. Obviously, the breathing's there, and he was very good last time under a big grip from Ronnie Wren at the wire. Just a little bit concerned with these others in here, Atomics Hanover and Starstruck Dreamer potentially showing a little bit more, but I'll try and back the full brother to Blueprint. I'm at 6-2-1-3. Ashley.
I think Atomic Hanover is undefeated, fastest here, absolutely, in this group. And the number 2, Hungry Marco, has been alongside him all summer, so I'm not going to be surprised if we get a little bit of an upset here and we see him in the winner's circle. So my final pick is 1, 2, 6, 7.
I would not mind an upset with Hungry Marco. I think we know what he is now. He's just going to be a one-move speed type, but you know what? On big days like this, that speed can take him a long way. And considering that he's one of the horses I'm live to in the pick 4, and the fact that he's 9-1, I would not mind that one bit. As we've got 0 minutes till race 7, it looks like the horses will be on track in just a moment.
Kevin Plotcher putting money through the windows on Adios Day. Hopefully, everyone will take that example and do the same. Even money right now on Atomics Hanover. Of course, Tim Tuato barn. Love Tim, love his barn. He's been phenomenal with these stable horses. This one, Jeff mentioned that huge debut effort here at the Meadows. And I know that, Jeff, you don't see too many debuts like that around here. He's backed it up. 2 straight wins following that. This is the toughest test, though, I think, right now.
This is a solid field for sure, an absolutely strong field for this Pennsylvania Sire Stake. And remember, they are trying to earn points toward the final, which will go for, I believe it's $300,000 at the end of the summer. So this is a critical race to get some points. Well, if you see your name on the screen, please report back to the promotions table. Our winners for this hour, David Gilani, John Harisic, Mark Ceron, David Renee, and Jennifer Jones. If you see your name on the screen, or if you just heard me say it, please report back to the promotions table. Again, this is race 7 out of our 16 today. A lot of big stake races to come, a lot of guaranteed pools to come. We've seen a lot of money wagered so far during this program, and we're going to see a lot more coming up as we get into those bigger races. But this is a pretty big one here, and as you said earlier, you thought this was one of the better races of the day for the bettors.
It's just very competitive. I think contention runs very deep. And, you know, I have Easty Boy on top. You have a known sharp handicapper. John Rollis has Starstruck Dreamer. You have Ashley with Atomics Hanover. You like Atomics Hanover. I mean, there's lots of different opinions, and that's why you see the board as such. Just horses taking lots of different amounts of money here. I do expect Atomics Hanover to drift up as the race gets closer here. I do think he'll probably be closer to 2-1 at post time.
Horses are making their way out of the paddock in just a moment, getting ready for post parade for this 7th race. Start looking ahead to that 8th race. Race 8, we've got a pentafecta. It's a 20-cent base wager. Pick the top 5 finishers in order for that pentafecta, and we're going to guarantee that 8th race penta pool to $10,000. Horses coming onto the track. Race 7. Horses are coming onto the track for the 7th race. 2nd division of the Pennsylvania Sire Stake. 2-year-old colt and gelding pace. The purse in this division, $45,163. Here's your field. Number 1 is Atomics Hanover, owned by the Stable and Hutchison Harness. Tim Twaddle is the trainer. The driver is James McDonald. 2 is Hungry Marco, owned by David Ham, Glenn Phillips, and Frank Chick. Jamie Sullivan, the trainer. The driver is Tim Tetrick. Number 3 is Starstruck Dreamer, owned by Steve Wynick Racing and Federa Ritchie Can America, along with Hyatt Holdings Incorporated. Noel Daly trains. Driver is Todd McCarthy. Number 4 is Midwind Buxton, owned by the Burke Racing Stable. Weaver Buscemi LLC, Brad Grant, and Phil Calora. Ron Burke trains. Driver Yannick Gingras. 5, Tricky Hill, owned by Tom Hill. Peter Engblom is the trainer. The driver is Andrew McCarthy. 6 is Easty Boy, owned by the Burke Racing Stable. Weaver Buscemi LLC and Phil Calora. Ron Burke trains. Driver Ronnie Wren. 7 is Dujo, owned by Meredith Farms and Rocco Stebbins, trained by Brandon Presto and driven by Dave Pallone. Win, place, show, exacta, trifecta, 20-cent superfecta wagering, and rolling doubles continuing throughout the day. Wager now. Our 7th race coming up next. Great field here for the 7th, 7-5. They've settled in a bit here on Atomics Hanover, but Starstruck Dreamer's coming down a little bit again. He's down to 2-1. He was up, I saw him 5-2 a little bit ago, but those two seem to be taking the bulk of the play. Easty Boy, is he a bargain at 5-1, Mike?
I think he is, and you know, you're banking on the blood, but this horse has shown talent, and I know that he doesn't have quite the times that the other two have so far, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything at all. Had the first starts to kind of get acclimated, and then second start really showed a huge step forward. This one's bred to be very, very good. And Kevin, I know you are a big Blueprint guy, so you got to love this one.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe
I'm
not.
a big Luadipa fan as well. Big fan of Easty Boy. just the more I think about it, I wonder, because he's going to have to work really hard, I think, in the early stages if he wants to secure a good spot. Like, if we want him to go forward, he's going to have to outspeed all these early types. We didn't even mention Midwin Buxton, who got picked off at 1-5 in his debut. So someone clearly liked something there. He lost to Dapper Station, who we're going to see a little bit later. And he has a good post for Burke. So Yannick probably going to blast out of there. Eastie Boy could have to work pretty hard. And if he winds up getting away sixth, he's going to have to pay a big back half, if he wants to get there.
Could need to trip out. And Ashley, to you, and again, I have you looking at the odds board here. Contention runs deep. Who do you like?
I'm still with the 1-2, but if I'm doing an exacta, I'm definitely going to box it, and I'm going to throw in Eastie Boy or Dojo. They've been doing really well, and I think that's a little value play to a nice exacta try, especially if you boxed it.
Kevin, exacta I do think is a good play in here, and we look at some of these exacta probables. Even you mentioned the 4 Midwin Buxton. Right now, the exactas with him on top are fantastic. So we mentioned that if you like a horse that's maybe a good price, the exotics and the vertical wagers, especially on a day like today where handle is higher, is very, very attractive.
Yeah, it definitely is, and especially if you're playing that contest, I think it makes it even more attractive. I'm trying to pull up the exotics right now. They're not as good with a Hungry Marco as I thought, but I think the value with him right now lies in the win end because, again, we know where he's going to go, and I thought he was actually making up ground on Atomics Hanover despite what that line says. I thought if he gets a good trip here, I think he could be a threat at 7-1 as the gate's rolling.
Horses have reached the gate. This is your final call for wagering on our 7th race of the afternoon. 6-5 betting choice is the one. Atomics Hanover 2-1 on the 3 Star Struck Dreamer. It is post time for this Pennsylvania Sire Stakes 7th race. Fields behind the gate for the 7th race, 2nd division of the Pennsylvania Sire Stake. 2-year-old Colt Pace. And they're off. Firing out is the 2 Hungry Marco for the lead with the 3 Star Struck Dreamer. To the inside is the 1 Atomics Hanover 3rd. The 4 Midwind Buxton settles 4th. Tricky Hill is 5th. 6th, that's Eastie Boy, and the early trailer is Dojo. They are rolling by the 8th pole and around the first turn. It's Hungry Marco. Tim Tetrick has put that one on top by a couple of lengths over Star Struck Dreamer. Atomics Hanover sits 3rd. They're by the quarter in 27 2/5 seconds. They come past the grandstand for the first time. It's Hungry Marco leading the way. Star Struck Dreamer is 2nd. Atomics Hanover, the 4-5 choice, sits 3rd. Next in 4th, it's Midwind Buxton, followed by Tricky Hill. Eastie Boy is 6th, and Dojo's at the back. Into the turn, they roll toward the halfway point, led by Hungry Marco. Racing 2nd is Star Struck Dreamer. Then it's Atomics Hanover, content to sit 3rd in the early going. Midwind Buxton is pacing 4th as they cover the half in 56-1. Racing in 5th down the backstretch is Tricky Hill. 6th is Eastie Boy, and the trailer is Dojo. No movement. Getting things all his way up top is Hungry Marco. Racing 2nd is Star Struck Dreamer. Atomics Hanover has to kick it into gear now. He moves to the outside 3rd to be followed by Midwind Buxton 4th. 5th is Tricky Hill. Then it's Eastie Boy and Dojo. Heading for the 3/4, Hungry Marco now challenged. Here comes Atomics Hanover on the outside. 3/4, 1, 23 and 4, 27 and 3 for the 3rd quarter. They are side by side, wheel to wheel. Hungry Marco on the inside, Atomics Hanover on the outside. Those two slug it out. Lined up behind them are Star Struck Dreamer to the inside. Midwind Buxton now peels off the cover 3 wide. Into the stretch, it's Hungry Marco. Star Struck Dreamer to the inside. Atomics Hanover digs in. He's got some more, but Star Struck Dreamer gets the trip. Star Struck Dreamer gets the win. 150, 4/5. Just missing the stakes record by a 1/5 of a second. perfect trip for Star Struck Dreamer. 150 and 4/5. Atomics Hanover, he got the toughest of the trips, Mike.
He did. He had to come first up, and that back half, they were flying. I mean, 56 and 1 for the opening half. Look at the back half. 54 and 3, and Atomics Hanover first up, and he actually raced extremely well to be second here. He loses to the perfect trip Star Struck Dreamer, John Rallis. The push for us with that one, 2-1 winner with the perfect drive, perfect trip by Todd McCarthy. Really nothing lost in defeat by Atomics Hanover. He took his first loss today, but very, very game. And Hungry Marco raced extremely well again. He got the front. I think he got his trip. He's just not quite as good as the other two who had a little bit better trips. So 3, 1, 2, and then the 4 who got position early. The horses from the back had no chance the way that back half shaped.
Back in front of the grandstand and into the Hunter Myers winner's circle. Number 3, Star Struck Dreamer, owned by Steve Weineck Racing. Fodera Richie Can America. Hyatt Holdings and Pride Stables Incorporated. Noel Daly gets the training victory, his 4th at the Meadows this season. Todd McCarthy gets the winning drive. Star Struck Dreamer, 2-year-old colt by Captain Treacherous, remains undefeated in his young career. He is now 2 for 2, lifetime best effort. Winning the blanket sponsored by Dow's Furniture. Scoring here in 150 and 4/5. Trophy for this race being presented by Elizabeth Lewis House. I'd like to thank Elizabeth for presenting our trophy for race number 7. Seventh race is official. Number 3, Star Struck Dreamer, 640, 280, 240. The 1, Atomics Hanover, 240 and 210. Number 2, Hungry Marco, 220 to show. 3-1 in the exacta pays $15.20. 3-1-2 in the try, $29.80. Superfecta, good for $9.06. The double 1 and 3 pays $36.20. Number 4, Midwind Buxton was 4th. Number 6, Eastie Boy was 5th. And the 5, Tricky Hill was 6th. And number 7, Dujo was 7th. From the top down, it's 2-3-1, 4-6-5, and 7 on the bottom. The time for the mile, 150, 4/5. Coming up next is our 8th race of the afternoon. It's going to have a guaranteed pentafecta pool of $10,000. So guaranteeing this penta pool to $10,000. It's a 20-cent base wager. So you want to get your plays in on the pentafecta in race number 8. $10,000 guaranteed pool right here in this Penta. Wager now, 8 minutes on the board, 1-2 to open up on the 6, Luz Albano. Pick 4s that wrap up here. Favor number 5, Buckeye Bollinger at $39.55, followed by the 6, Luz Albano at $80.45. Wager now on the 8th race there. Your double will pays. They go the opposite direction, favoring the 6, Luz Albano at $13.20 over the 5, Buckeye Bollinger at $16.40. Let's replay race 7. And they're off. Firing out is the 2 Hungry Marco for the lead with a 3 Starstruck Dreamer. To the inside is the 1 Atomics Hanover third. The 4 Midwind Buxton settles fourth. Tricky Hill is fifth. Sixth, that's Easty Boy, and the early trailer is Dujo. They are rolling by the 8th pole and around the first turn. It's Hungry Marco. Tim Tetrick has put that one on top by a couple of lengths over Starstruck Dreamer. Atomics Hanover sits third. They're by the quarter in 27 and 2/5 seconds. They come past the grandstand for the first time. It's Hungry Marco leading the way. Starstruck Dreamer is second. Atomics Hanover, the 4 to 5 choice, sits third. Next in fourth, it's Midwind Buxton, followed by Tricky Hill. Easty Boy is sixth, and Dujo's at the back. Into the turn, they roll toward the halfway point, led by Hungry Marco. Racing second is Starstruck Dreamer. Then it's Atomics Hanover, content to sit third in the early going. Midwind Buxton is pacing fourth as they cover the half in 56 and 1. Racing in fifth down the backstretch is Tricky Hill. Sixth is Easty Boy, and the trailer is Dujo. No movement. Getting things all his way up top is Hungry Marco. Racing second is Starstruck Dreamer. Atomics Hanover has to kick it into gear now. He moves to the outside third to be followed by Midwind Buxton fourth. Fifth is Tricky Hill. Then it's Easty Boy and Dujo. Heading for the 3/4, Hungry Marco now challenged. Here comes Atomics Hanover on the outside. 3/4, 1:23 and 4, 27 and 3 for the 3rd quarter. They are side by side, wheel to wheel. Hungry Marco on the inside, Atomics Hanover on the outside. Those two slug it out. Lined up behind them are Starstruck Dreamer to the inside. Midwind Buxton now peels off the cover 3 wide. Into the stretch, it's Hungry Marco. Starstruck Dreamer to the inside. Atomics Hanover digs in. He's got some more, but Starstruck Dreamer gets the trip. Starstruck Dreamer gets the win. 150, 4/5. 6 minutes to go, 6 on the board for our 8th of the program. These are Pacers in the 8th race. Non-winners of $6,500 in the last 4 starts, going for a purse of $10,000. Several driver choices were made in this one. Dave Pallone was asked to drive the 2 and the 7. He picked the 2 sometime somewhere. Ronnie Wren was named on the 6 and 8. Both of those from the Burke stable. He picked the 6, Luz Albano. Case Bateson had an option here between the 3 and the 9. He takes the 9, Mantador. 5 minutes to go. The selections are on your screen. I'm taking the 2 sometime somewhere. I've got 2, 7, 8, 9. We'll find out more from Mike and Kevin about their selections. Kevin's the one that's taking the risk with the outside post in this 8th race. All of our races this weekend are sponsored, so we'd like to thank all of our sponsors for their support of the races. This one is brought to you by the Standardbred Breeders Association of Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania has always been at the forefront, essentially the standardbred capital, maybe of the world, and we want to keep it there.
The overall economic impact of standardbred industry is about $8.5 billion. $1.2 billion comes from Pennsylvania.
We still breed the best horse out there. As far as quality of horses, PA breeds the best horse in the nation, probably in the world.
We've got 4 minutes on the board, 4 till post for our 8th race. I'm going to step away from the mic for a race here as you know, Mike. You remember when you were a kid, there was bring your son to work day. Do you remember those?
I
do
do remember that.
Yeah.
Well, actually, not really, but we won't get into that.
Okay, but for me, that's every day. It has been for 32 years, it seems. So Ryan Zidek, who works in our race office, he's our program director. And if I'm not here most days now, and Roger isn't here filling in for me, it's my son Ryan Zidek who fills in and calls the races. So I'm going to take a break, and he's going to handle this 8th race. You got 3 minutes on the board.
Race 8. That's Mikey P here, and this is the overnight race now, and we have condition horses, numbers of 6,500 last 4, $10,000 guaranteed pentafecta. So if you're a pentafecta player, it looks like It's going to be a minute before we get to that $10,000 guarantee. So jump into that $10,000 guaranteed pentafecta here on race number 8. And Kevin and Ashley joining me to look at race number 8. And I was on some time somewhere. 5-1 currently, Kevin. You're on Matador, though, also, and he's 25-1. So you're going to give us a long shot today. Let's hear it.
Yeah, we're going to try. Look, if you're going to have a guaranteed pentafecta pool, I think this is the race to do it. This is a very sharp overnight. Matador, I thought he was very good despite being stopped multiple times. There was a horse that got out in front of him, and from where he was working, I thought the fact that he only finished a length behind was very good. I thought he was very good there. The problem is, obviously, post 9. Now, how are we going to get into the race? I'm not really sure, but Case Bateson knows that you're not going to win it from last, and I think from watching Sometime Somewhere a lot at Mohawk in those claimers that go very quick, and sometimes he has to take a lot of air on the outside, but he just has so much raw speed, and I think we've seen a lot of first-time Presto horses over the last couple years just go, and Sometime Somewhere has that ability to just go, and the Matador play is also partially on the fact, and it's going to need to fall apart pretty heavily because we know how heavily speed holds on these types of days. But I think this race could just completely fall apart if a horse like Sometime Somewhere gets to the half in like 52-4, which I think he's capable of. Now, Matador is not going to be able to win it from last, even if they get to the half in 50. But I think he was very good last week, and I think it's time to go price shopping a little bit here. And it could potentially fill out an excellent pentafecta payout. Ashley.
Yeah, I like Buckeye Boiler. I think that him and Matador have been dueling it out, and I'm not loving the post position 9, Kevin.
Yeah, look, I don't love it either. I wish he drew the rail, but I also just the fact that Buckeye Bollinger didn't get past Matador last week, and Matador I think had way tougher of a trip. Obviously, I get it. Post 9, he's taking no money in doubles or pick 4s. I get it. But I'm taking a shot here. But I think Buckeye Bollinger is logical given the post. He's going to be forwardly placed. And right now he's 6-1, so a decent price.
Speaking of horses taking money, Kevin, Luz Albano, currently your favorite at 3-2, and it's Wren, it's Burke, it's a drop. He was sub 4-1 and now we're 12,500. This is quite the drop from there.
Yeah, it is. And Mike, I think we were kind of both trying to play against him here, just thinking that he was going to be a short price, but sometimes these short prices run us over. This is a big drop, and if Wren gets him his trip, I think he's going to be real tough to beat. Right now, 8-5. He's probably going to hold it at somewhere around there, although a late odds drop to, say, 6-5 wouldn't really shock me, as now we get a big update on the odds here. Now the 5 and 6 are both 2-1.
Ryan Zidek in the booth with me now, and I know he can break down this race. We don't have picks from you, Ryan, so how did you see this race?
Well, I saw it when I put the program together, and the reason that I do not make picks is because I don't like to make a fool out of myself typically, although I suppose I did when I sang earlier. I'm looking at the 2 Sometime Somewhere, currently at 5-1. This is going to be first start Presto stable. Brandon Presto, second leading trainer here at the track. The Presto Pallone combo has been very impressive this year. Tough to beat. Some good value on that horse right now. Coming in from Woodbine down here to the States as we got a post parade. Mike Wilder is on the track for today's 8th race. All age non-winners of 6,500 in the last 4 starts. Got a full field of 9 pacers for a purse of $10,000. Number 1 is Lettuce Nipia, owned by Pollock Racing LLC. Randy Bendis trains, Mike Wilder drives. Number 2, Sometime Somewhere, owned by Rocco Stebbins. Brandon Presto trains, Dave Pallone and the bike. The 3, Rocked and Loaded, owned by Andy Rickard, trained by Andy Rickard, the driver, Justin Irvine. Number 4, Watch My Warrior, owned by the Whiz Kids stable, Steve Walters trains, Justin Walters drives. The 5, Buckeye Bollinger, owned by Greg Luther Racing, Dirk Simpson trains, Brady Brown and the bike. The 6, Luz Albano, owned by Burke Racing Stable, Weaver Buscemi, M1 Stable, and Jack Pye at the 3rd. Ron Burke trains, Ronnie Wren drives. The 7, Odds On Blockchain, owned by Luke Hanners, trained by Alicia Hanners, and driven by Austin Hanners. Number 8 is Dark Soul, owned by Burke Racing Stable, Weaver Buscemi, Jim Zito, Rich Lombardo Racing, Ron Burke trains, Yannick Gingras is the driver. And rounding out the field is the 9, Matador, owned by Corey Hendricks, Melanie O'Donnell, and Joseph Mucci. Melanie O'Donnell trains, Case Bateson drives the 9, Matador. That is your field for today's 8th race. Exacta trifecta, 20-cent Penafecta wagering with a $10,000 guaranteed Penafecta pool. Be sure to get those plays in. You see on the screen, 4 minutes, now down to 3. Horses will be going to the gate for this 8th race.
Get in on those Pentafectas right now. 10,000. It's good value right now. If you're a Pentafecta player, there's about 2,000 in that pool. We expect that obviously to rise up, but right now you could take advantage of some extra money being guaranteed in that pool. And 9-5 on Luz Albano. 5-2 on a Buckeye Bollinger, which I think could be just a little bit low on this board, and sometime somewhere now, Kevin, taking the money that we thought that he might. I'm expecting a speed try here.
I'm expecting a speed try too, and I'm expecting his odds to be more like Buckeye Bollinger's right now. I think 5-2 second choice value for him is more logical, just because I didn't think Buckeye Bollinger was at his best last week. Could he be better today? Sure. But I think the interesting thing is this Dark Soul from post 8, second back after a 4-month break. Gingras and Burke, an interesting combo that people are flooding to right now. He's 4-1, and I'd like to mention the poll that I have on Matador, as he was 25-1 before the post parade. Now he's 11-1. That was not because of me. I do not have that big of a bankroll.
The Kevin Plaucha tout service. Ashley, how can you stand to sit next to him? He's so hot.
I know. He's very full of himself today, and that's why we put him on Hot to Trot podcast. He's usually like this.
I can't help it. When I have an opinion about a horse, even if they're probably going to get away last, and well, I got to ride it all the way home.
Well, Ashley likes Buckeye Bollinger, and Ashley, you surprised at the odds here? Would you be willing to take 2.5-1?
I would. I mean, I want to play the Pentafecta. I already am, so I put him in, and I'm not surprised at the odds, to be quite honest.
Give us some numbers for your Pentafecta if you were playing.
I have the 5, 9, 6, 3, and 2.
So that would pay pretty well for this Pentafecta.
I think it's a race that really could fall apart and pay big. I don't know why I think that. Well, actually, yes, I do. It's because I think sometimes somewhere is going to get to the half in 52-4.
Ryan Zidek in the booth here for Adios Day, and I know how much he appreciates this day around this racetrack, and it's cool to see that you're in the booth here calling a race. You know, we all have a lot of fun doing this.
It really is.